What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Coach Booker in the building, man. Hey, listen, man. We back, man. Back on the line sports media, man. In the building, man. Hey, man, listen. Let me start off. Let me start off, man, by thanking everybody, man. Everybody who continues to log on to our YouTube channel. Continue to subscribe. Continue to follow us on Facebook. You continue to follow us on Instagram. Hey man, I'm not in the studio today. So y'all bear with me on my lighting and stuff like that. I think I need to darken it up a little bit too light, man. They know I'm dark skinned. But anyway, well listen, I like to thank everybody, man, for continuing to follow us, man. Continue to keep us motivated to do what we do, man. I really do appreciate it. Hey man, tonight, man, I ain't really got a lot to talk about, man. I'm waiting on a couple guys to get on. Waiting for a couple guys to get on, man. But tonight, man, we just gonna kind of talk about a few things, man, that we some stuff that's trending out here, man. Um, I'm better with this mic. I think like this, yeah. We're gonna talk about a few things that's trending. That looks kind of pretty. Couple few things that's trending, man. Y'all know I'm back into youth football again, man. Youth football, man. Youth football. To all you youth football guys out there, man. Sometimes I'm not so sure, man. I'm not so sure about youth tackle football, man, because it's a lot going on out there that I feel like that should be going on. And as far as from a coaching standpoint, I'm coaching like 10 year kids, man. Some 10-year-old kids, bro. And some of them, unfortunately, don't even know, bro, like a lot of stuff that I feel like they should know, right? For real. Like I got a kid, I got some kids, man, that, you know, very talented kid, man. Very talented kids, man. They come to me, man. This is my first year having them, and they don't even know like basic holds, like 2, 4, 6, 8 on the right, even numbers to the right, 1, 3, 5, 7 to the left. Like, what are we really doing? Like for real. Like, what are we really doing out here in youth football where we're not teaching kids the basics? Help me out though. Help me out. Is it necessary to for a kid to know what the where the 2 hole, 4 hole, 6 hole, 8 outside tackle is it necessary? Help me out in the chat. If you listen, in the chat. In the chat. Post something in the chat if you feel like a kid should know his holes. 2, 4, 6, 8. 1, 3, 5, 7, man. Because very disappointing when you go in your playbook and you got your playbook with you, and you might say, we might be in I formation. We just want to go downhill. We're in I formation and we want to run a 26 lead, right? We want to run 26 lead, and the running and the kid looks back at you, and you just assuming that he knows what 26 lead is, and he don't know what a 20. He don't know what a 6 hole is. He don't know what a 6 hole is. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like real. So it's very disappointing that kid don't know what a 6 hole is. So my thoughts immediately is who in the hell, who in the hell you been coaching? I mean playing for? Who you been playing for? You don't know what a 6 hole is? The 2 hole? So we have to stop our practice for some 10-year-olds where they've been playing football since they were 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now you get them at 10, and lo and behold, they don't even know their holes, bro. Are you freaking kidding me? Very disappointed in that, guys. Very disappointed. Very disappointed in that. Like y'all gotta help me out with that. Y'all gotta somebody help me out. Somebody help me out in the chat. Why kids don't know the basic fundamentals in their 10-year-old? Whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? Is it the previous coaches? Is it the parents' fault? Is it whose fault is it? Is it the coach's fault? Parents. I know parents sometimes like they they want organizations that's in their area. They don't want to just take off running, going from organization to organization. But yo, man, kids gotta learn, man. You know what I'm saying? Kids gotta learn. If the kids aren't learning the basic fundamentals of football, what are we learning, man? 2468 hole 1357. I know I keep saying this, but I'm a little disappointed in some of the previous coaches that are coaching youth football, and they got these kids in front of them for 3 days a week, 4 days a week, and 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 they're not teaching them the basics. Y'all, somebody help me out. Should a kid in the chat, somebody in the chat, should a kid know the basic fundamentals as far as holds? 2468 1357, or am I going just kind of over the top with this? Tell me what you think. Just type in the chat. Tell me what you think, man. I'm a little disappointed. Another thing, and I think we covered this once before, is how necessary kids is it necessary for kids to play 7-on-7 football, spring tackle football, spring 7-on-7 football. So you're playing spring 7-on-7 football, but when you come to the field, when we see your team, your tackle team in the fall, you're not passing the ball at all. You're not passing the ball at all, but you just played a full season of 7-on-7. I mean, is it me? Because doesn't the 7-on-7 supposed to translate over to your tackle season? Do you add that to your schemes? Your 7-on-7 running routes, reading defenses, understanding passing terminologies, being able to articulate, what coverages that these guys are in. Are you? I don't even see some of these kids, these teams even throwing the football. So what are you really doing? What are we really teaching our kids, these youth football kids? They're starting at 4, pretty much, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way through to 13, 14. And when I coach middle school and I coach youth football, what's the deal, man? I want to know, man. Somebody in the chat, man, let me know, man, what's going on, man. Because if these kids aren't learning the basic fundamentals, why are you continuing to take up parents' times? You're taking up your parents' time. You're wasting kids' time. Kids could be training. Kids could be with some trainers working on specific skill sets, as opposed to you dragging them out to play 7-on-7. You dragging them out to play tackle football, and then when somebody gets them that know a little bit, I only know a little bit. I don't know much. I don't know much, but I know darn well if a kid should know his 3-point stances. I'm disappointed because at 10, I got kids that don't know how to get into the proper 3-point stance. I got kids that don't know, once again, which holes to run through. 1, 3, 5, 7. They don't even know where they are. And they don't know just a lot of the basics of football, the game. But they're constantly on the field playing football, 7-on-7, spring tackle. So you go from fall season tackle to all-star games. Okay, you go from fall season tackle to all-star games. You go from that right into spring football, and inside of spring football, there's inside of spring football, there's a 7-on-7. What's up? I'll let you, boy, man. We getting kids. I think we're just getting kids further and further behind when we don't take the opportunity to zone in on their skill set. Like, and I think the evaluation, we're having problems with the evaluation process. Um, Evaluating a kid. I meet a kid at 10 and he's still on the line. He's on the line. He's playing line. He's undersized, and I get it. Some of the teams, youth football teams, are just not. Linemen are sometimes hard to get on your team. So you put these undersized kids on the line. All right. These kids, but when I meet these kids are very athletic. Kids are very athletic. They can play receiver. They can play running back. But all they know is how to play on the line. Because I think the evaluation process has gone very, very bad in youth football, Charlotte. And that's all I can speak on is Charlotte. I'm gonna ask you a question. You can put your answer in the chat. If you coach a kid from if you coach a kid from 6 years old all the way to 13, 14, and he comes to his middle school team and he gets cut, and he gets cut, whose responsibility is it? Whose responsibility is it if the kid gets cut off his middle school team? I mean, you don't want him. You don't want him to move up with no other coaches. You don't want him to go play at no other organization. You've been coaching him since he was 6 years old. He's now 13. He comes over to the middle school and he gets cut. He gets cut off his middle school team. Whose responsibility is that? Whose responsibility? Is it the coach that's still coaching another group of kids that has coached this kid all the way up? Now he gets cut off his middle school football team. Whose responsibility is it for that kid getting cut? Help me out. Help me out in the chat. Help me out in the chat. What do you think? Is it the parents' fault? I think the parents, and I'm going to say this about the parents. First of all, thanks. I say thank you to all the parents who decides to put their kids in football or any youth sport, try to help develop him, his skill set, or give him an opportunity to play football, to dream, to make it to high school. Whose fault is it? Is it the parents' fault? Is it the parents' fault? Is it the parents' fault to continue to put a kid in the same organization, bro, with the same coaches, and their kid is not learning the game? At what point do you say? At what point do you invest in your kid and you say, my kid's not learning the game? I gotta get him out of here. I have to get him with some coaches that know the game. I have to get him. I have to. Tied up. Okay. Yeah. So, at what point is it the parents' fault for keeping the kid in the same organization and Kid ain't learning anything. I understand commitment. I understand loyalty. I understand all of that. But if your kid ain't learning shit, Mr. or Mrs. Parent, you got to get them out. Get them out of it. And I'm saying that because right now I got a group of 10-year-old kids. I coach 10-year-old kids. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull them up here on the screen. Pull them up here on the screen. My dogs, right? Let me see. Share my screen real quick. Here we go. Shout out to my dog. Yo, shut up. These guys, my 10-year-old, right? So, I coach 10-year-old kids, and I coach middle school. I'm the turkey bad man, crazy pills. I am running the team. All the teams more than probably what I should. You don't know by now, we never. It ain't shit coming through here. Why? We control the traffic. I love you football coaches. I love all of y'all. Shout out to you, all your power. I don't even know how much this is. Feds doing the shit. It's time to clear out the spot. We cleared it. Everybody moving funny. I've been peeping plot. I paid us a new bankroll. My pocket got knocked. If this shit ain't working out for you, just find another route. I'm the turkey bad man, crazy pills, etc. But 300 degrees, you don't know by now I'm federal. There's a lot of you guys that need to get in your playbook. Y'all need to get and learn the basic fundamentals, even yourself. You need to learn the basics of you. And don't have such a big ego to where you can't find you can't go up under a coach and ask them some questions, maybe spend some time with them, get them on the phone, talk to a coach that you may have been watching. Talk to a coach that maybe you've been watching. Talk to a coach that's been successful at at the youth football level or the middle school level. Talk to them. Stop letting your ego stop you from being great, man. Stop letting your ego continue to where you provide a disservice to kids, bro. Stop it, man. Stop it, bro. Stop it. Yep. You gotta stop it, man. Because there's a 3-letter word that can stop you from going from being good to being great. Right? Right? Don't let your ego stop you from being great, man. I've been coaching football since the 90s, bro. And I still get on the internet. I still get on YouTube, Google, and I'm constantly trying to find things that can make me better, bro. Straight up. Straight up. Hey, y'all excuse me. I'm airing from home today. I'm not in my studio, but I felt like I should come on here and just talk a little bit, man. Stop letting your ego stop you from going. It's a good book. Great book. But Jim Collins, get it. Going from good to great, man. If you want to be great at what you're doing in the sport, come on, man. Stop doing it, man. I'm tired. I don't want to meet any more kids, man, that just don't know, man. But you got guys that's got these kids in front of them, and they got these kids in front of them, and you got them in front of you for the fall season, for the spring season, 7-on-7, and these kids are still don't have the knowledge that they need to be a really good middle school player or really have the skill set to advance to high school and be starters. I tell all my kids, my job when I meet you is to make sure that you make your middle school team, start on your middle school team in the 7th grade, be an impact player in the 7th grade, and you are pushing the envelope to be a starter in the 9th grade varsity high school. That's my promise to you, my job to do that. Yep. So you football coaches, man, get it together, man. All this nonsense that I see on Facebook, man, all this arguing and fussing and fighting and going back and forth and saying people are cheating and blah blah. And maybe they are. Man, if you're gonna put the time in with these kids, man, put some real time in. Be an impact. Be an impact, man. Stop putting fake time in with these kids, man. Just give it up. And I know I'm on a rant right now about you football and you football coaches, but it is very mind-boggling to continue to meet kids that don't know the basic fundamentals of football. And you guys are constantly having all these different seasons, you know? So I guess that's gonna be my rant. I don't know. I love you football coaches, man, and I love you football, and I love and once again, shout out to all of you football coaches in Charlotte, across the country. Get in your playbook, bro. Not just your playbook, man. Not just your playbook, man. I mean, you just got to stay on top of how to have good practices. You know what I'm saying? How to good practices, good schemes from that translate from 7-on-7 to the tackle field. I mean, so many different things, man. You got to build these kids up to last, right? And it's not happening. I'm a little disappointed. And then you're not winning. Who's the winningest coach right now that you know of that goes to Florida, wins national championships out of Charlotte? Who? Put him in the chat. Put him in the chat. Put his name in the chat. Who is he? Who is he? Right? Who's the winningest middle school team? I think everybody knows that. Greg, it might be your ass. Greg Baylor. No, Blanco. Blanco started it over there. No, it was before Blanco. Piedmont. Shout out to Piedmont. You know, I love those guys, man, because they're great coaches, man. I got to compete against them. I'm a coach. I coach at JMA. At some point, we're gonna go head to head. I guess I got to get to the championship game because that's where they end up. So shout out to them guys, man, for really producing some really good athletes. My son went to Piedmont, and Piedmont has been a very good place for your kid to go play football, honestly. Now, if you want to learn how to play basketball, Team United has always been one of the top AAU programs. And J.M. Alexander. J.M. Alexander, man. Shout out once again, to the middle school basketball champions of the entire city. Shout out to them guys, man. So shout out. I'm off my rant. Hey, man, make sure y'all get some of these high school kids, man. We talk about it all the time. We talk about high school, the new path for high school kids, man. All these kids now, man, it don't matter if you're a 5-star, 4-star, 5-star, whatever, how many ever stars, it don't matter, man. It don't matter, man. You have to be exceptional at this point to get yourself an FBS scholarship and play right now. You have to be absolutely exceptional. And when I say exceptional, I mean you have to be better You got to be coming out of high school as a freshman. You have to be better than guys that have been playing 2 years in college already. You got to be almost better than them if you expect to go play in high school. You got to be better than them, bro. So, you know, understand what your path is, man. You might have to play some, you might be able to play FCS. Your path, even though if you're a 4-star, 3-star, you might have to go to a FCS school and play first. You might have to go to a FBS school, um, a lower FBS school and play. Don't feel bad about not going to these top Power 5 schools, bro. You know, the recruiting has changed, and you got to be exceptional, man, to get into a Power 5 FBS school. So don't feel bad about the new path to get there. Right? Hey, listen, I had some guys that was supposed to come on, man. I think some of them got a little tied up. Shout out to my man Chris Hall. Chris Hall, shout out to you, man. Congratulations to you, man, with your promotion. You was been one of the top guys helping with recruiting in the local areas, man, in the state of North Carolina, man. He has been one of the most recognizable guys at getting kids into into colleges, getting them full scholarships, getting the coaches to come and give them looks, and he has been very instrumental in a lot of kids, uh, starting their path to, continue their dream. Man, shout out to Chris Hall. He's formerly at Chambers, at Butler, and he's been a couple other places. But here recently, he was assistant coach at Butler and their top recruiting coordinator over at Butler. But now he's taking on an opportunity at Concord University in Athens, West Virginia. Oh, fly high, my boy. Cause that damn elevation up there and that damn mountains, bro, in West Virginia, buddy, you better get you some damn snow tires and some damn boots. And I'm telling you, because I used to drive up there almost every day with my job. And that shit ain't no joke. West Virginia is no joke, buddy. And I'm telling you, buddy, and you better be in your cabin wherever you gonna stay in West Virginia before the sun go down. And I ain't gonna say nothing else. You better get your ass in the house before them lights come on. Cause shit might change. But either way, congratulations again to Chris Hall for his promotion as the recruiting coordinator up at Concord University. I'm sure you're gonna come back this way and get some of these kids, man. You gotta come back and get some of these kids, Hall. You already know. I know you coming back. I ain't worried. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm thirsty as shit. But anyways, where the hell was I? Yeah, man, I wanted to talk about Anthony Edwards, man. I know everybody heard about Anthony Edwards, man. He had a little girl, got a little shorty. That little girl, man, he impregnated her. He got her pregnant. Oh, Ant Edwards, one of the most recognizable athletes in the NBA, probably one of the top players in the NBA. He got a girl pregnant. Got her pregnant. Gave her. They agreed for them to abort the child. He gave her $110,000 to have an abortion. Where the hell does it cost $110,000 to get an abortion? Uh, somebody help me out. 110? So he gave her 110. What did he give her 110 for? To have the abortion. and I guess maybe some type of angle. What do you give her extra money? 110,000, maybe just because she had the abortion. The anxiety is what I was trying to say. Anxiety. She might go through some anxiety. She might have some pain or whatever. But 110,000. And guess what? She didn't have the abortion. She decided not to abort the child. She did not have the abortion. She decided to ex- get on social media, talk to all these people about what happened, disclose all their business. So decided, Ant decided, he didn't want to have anything to do. He didn't want to have anything to do with the child, man. I ain't gonna say he's saying he didn't want to have anything to do with the child. I'm saying my boy Tony C.
What's up, man?
What's going on, man? I'm sitting here talking about Ant.
Sound like you talking about child support.
A
ain't
lot.
Mine. It ain't mine.
It wasn't me. But I was talking about how he went for they agreed to the abortion and he gave her $110,000.
How you feel about that?
You gave her $110,000. I said, where the hell are they doing abortions for 110? Did she fly somewhere special?
I think that number is really
overseas.
That number is low.
110,000.
I feel like he should be at least given a year's salary.
Well, hell, that's gonna be low probably for her ass. She probably ain't making 110. What do you mean it's a low?
But you spend more than 110 for a kid in 18 years.
I'm talking about 110,000 to get an abortion.
Oh well, yeah, well.
He gave her that up front because they agreed to an abortion. Say, okay, here's the money for an abortion. I'm getting 110,000. Go ahead. We agree. You're gonna go ahead and abort the child, which I can't say I agree with that. Okay. I can't say I agree to an abortion too quick.
So how you feel about a man's right to refuse a kid the way that a woman can refuse it by getting an abortion? You think that's fair?
No. Well, no, I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair, man. I just, like, once again, I'm not big on the abortion thing myself.
Right.
If both people agree and both grown people understand what the consequences could potentially be without protection, blah 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 blah. And no, I don't agree. I don't agree with any of it. But for a man, do I agree with Anthony Edwards saying he got almost $1.1 million in his child support for the rest of your life? Damn, that's tough. And does that mean I don't want to have anything to do with the woman? I don't want to have anything to do with the child.
He don't want to have nothing to do with either one of them.
What do you think about that?
That's cold. Well, here's the thing. He has enough money where he can get the courts involved, where he don't have to deal with her at all. So whether it's summers, weekends, me personally, man, I hope don't nobody call me from 30 years back.
I know that's right.
I can't see me having a kid and not having anything to do with it, man. No. I wouldn't care who the kid was with. I can't see that.
Yeah.
If anything,
I can't.
If I'm being honest, I pay you to leave me alone, but just let me have the kid. How about that?
Yeah.
But the idea of you being responsible for the creation of a human and they're living and carrying out, day-to-day functions, and you don't want nothing to do with them. As a man, That's a struggle for me. I don't know how you do it. I'm not judging because men do it all the time. I just can't do
it. You know, the only thing I can say, like you said, men do it all the time, and some men don't man up and take on the accountability, responsible and accountability for even paying child support. All right. So at least he says, okay, you know what? I understand child support, they're gonna come after his ass anyway. They was gonna come after him anyway, based on the female that he's dealing with. She's gonna come after him anyway. So he's saying, hey, listen, based on my salary right now, I'll just pay this 1.1 million. I don't agree with that shit at all, bro. Like, and I think maybe later on he'll have a change of heart, man. Once everything levels off, I'm hoping he does. But what was you thinking, though, bro? But like, the woman's like 30-something years old, bro. He's 20.
Here's the issue with me. Somebody could look at my lady and say, well, she ain't all that either. But the women that they be picking, I just be like, dude. It just seemed like you could have did a little better than that. Like, oh man, even like the one that Zion Williams had, because he is a mess right now because they got the fighting at the house and stuff. It's just like, yeah, I don't know.
What you know what I'm saying? But you know what? The baddies ain't always the best to go after.
Yeah, but I mean,
the ones that
But here's the thing though. So like for instance, like with Anthony Edwards' child's mother, she might be a beautiful person, but after seeing her on the internet for 20 seconds, dude, I'm not interested. And that would have been like that in person. You get what I'm saying? Like this. Come on, man. Like she was on there saying y'all just hating on me because I'm beautiful, and I'm like, dude,
get the hell out of here.
You sound like Michelle, and she got the biggest face ever. Like. I'm not gonna call you attractive, but yeah, you ain't really. You could be talking that how you talking it. Don't do that.
What's her name? Do you remember the chick's name?
No, I don't remember her name.
Oh, I was gonna pull her ass up, but yeah, man, I ain't big on that, man. But I think he's gonna have a change of heart about it.
But she has another celebrity baby father, and that's the thing about
Lil Baby. What is it, Lil Baby?
So now my kid. No, we're not doing that. Here's the thing, man. That's the thing. Did you see the Damon Williams interview with Shannon Sharpe?
I saw a portion of it, but I didn't get all of it.
This is what he said. He said that he was in love with a woman that dated his was it brother or nephew? Nephew. And he said that the entertainment industry is small when it comes to dating. And I'm just thinking to myself, not only the United States, but the world is a big ass place, dude. You mean to tell me y'all got access to flights, private jets, vacations, money, and we can only get a certain group of women in a small demographic. Man, that is crazy to me.
That shit don't even make sense to me, bro.
There's a beautiful woman in Montana right now that don't nobody know.
Right.
And she better than everybody.
Yeah.
Like, what we doing?
Like, what we really doing? And you saying that the day before,
a beautiful woman in Charlotte right now that don't nobody know, and she better than everybody.
That's crazy, bro.
That's like the going thing. Like Emmitt Smith married Martin's ex-wife. You know what I mean? So and so married Will Smith ex-wife. It's like it's almost like I want to be with the dude or associated with him in some way.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When they mention his name, I want to be able to mention mine.
Just everyday guys like ourselves. If I find out, long time ago, but if I find out you dated somebody that I'm interested in, it's kind of a deal breaker for me.
Yeah, it's kind of like right. It's a deal breaker. Like, no,
it's a deal breaker. Because if I'm Anthony Edwards, how can I be with you and we riding down the street and Lil Baby song come on? Like, I don't want to deal with that. So now I can't like Lil Baby. No, we not. You know what I'm saying? I used to like the Cowboys, but now you you got a baby with Dak Prescott, so now I can't like the Cowboys no more because I'm
Right.
no, we're not.
What about the comedian? What's his name? Damn it! And he interviewed with Shannon Sharp too, and he says, you used to date Shaq?
Oh yeah.
He said Deion Cole.
Yeah, Deion Cole.
He said, yeah, he's like, yeah, man, I'm fucking with this girl that used to date Shaquille O'Neal, man. And I said, why the hell you didn't tell me you used to date Shaquille O'Neal? But he was talking about, he said, man, because when he said, I was having sex with him, I had everything in it, bro. And she was talking about, give me some more. He was like, man, if you ever meet anybody and they say they dated Shaquille O'Neal, don't do it. But yeah, that's crazy.
But you know what's crazy about that? It kind of makes you believe what you don't want to believe, because I assume that people don't do the stuff that they say they do. I just can't fathom it. But it make you kind of believe those Hollywood stories, because the stuff that they do just don't make sense.
It don't add up, bro.
It's like it's almost like they just pass them around like your turn. Like, I don't want a turn. I'm first.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. And I'm sure there's a lot of other ones that we don't even realize that's doing that shit. And it's like, I don't understand. Like you said, the world is huge, bro.
But here's the thing, though. So you know and coach professional athletes, current professional athletes. Are they that busy? You know how they would say a doctor doesn't really have time to meet people? Like, are the athletes that?
No.
I mean, so. Especially with a social media and a DM. I mean, they in your box.
Oh yeah,
or you
they in your box. I don't think they're that. To where they can't go out and meet anybody. Yeah. So they just meet the regular somebody else's ex that's hanging out. Where the fuck do you meet them? Oh, I guess the exes know where to go, where to hang out, where the hot spots are. If they've dated previous stars, like I know. Or they can get in all these celebrity parties. Or they get invited.
Okay, let me ask you this. Who would be your celebrity girlfriend?
Keisha Cole.
Who she date?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying.
I have no idea. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Because I didn't expect you to be like, yeah, she used to be with so and so and so and so and so. So you're like, dude, what? You wanted her or you wanted the dude she used to date? Like, what's going on here? Hey, you said Keisha Cole. That shocked me.
I love Keisha Cole, bro.
She was at Dreamville.
For real?
Yeah. They said she had some little old shorts on. They were talking trash about her.
Oh,
said she was too old to have those little shorts on.
Yeah, her body done changed. You know, her body done changed. But yeah, Keisha Cole. What about you?
And I always liked Stacey. I always thought Stacey Dash.
Stacey Dash?
The most beautiful woman ever. Till she got weird.
Back, bro.
Until she got Stacey Dash and more money, man.
Yeah.
Until she got weird.
Yeah. You know, we could very easily, I could have very easily said people like Halle Berry, you know. But, you know, shit, no. Man, she was just, yeah. I'm a kid. But Keisha Cole, yeah.
I mean, you like the little ratchet in your fantasy.
yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah.
Disrespect
me. Yeah. Disrespect me a little bit.
Yeah, might cuss you out, call the police on you, and when they get there, tell me he ain't do that. Leave them alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Then she sing to me. Sing me to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my girl, man. That's my man. I was on his man. Yeah, but who else, man? You've been watching the draft these months. What do you think about the scrutiny that they have on and all the criticism on Shedeur Sanders? Shedeur, like it ain't adding up.
I think some of Shedeur's criticism is warranted. I do. And I'm going to tell you why I say this.
Yeah, why you say that?
When have we seen a quarterback talk that much?
Okay, no. Let's talk about his performance on the football field. What he can do. You think he'll be a bad locker room guy? You think he'll be a bad locker room quarterback?
No, I don't think I don't think he'll be a bad locker room guy. I think he'll be a bad media guy.
Yeah.
And a lot of football is about
could be.
A lot of football is about media, and a lot of football is about perception. Like, I'm gonna give you a prime example. I had this conversation with a guy the other day. The NFL is about an image, especially when it comes to black athletes, right? Mm-hmm. So let's think about the face of the NFL. You ever seen a black athlete that's really been promoted in the NFL with nappy hair before?
Not a lot.
No. There aren't any. So they want you to fit into a uniform, and that's why I say coming from that position, it's not a right or wrong thing. It's almost like you got to know what you're buying into. So the more you talk, you got to think about it. We got Kaepernick, we got Pac-Man Jones, we got Terrell Owens, we got Ocho Cinco. Those guys that are boisterous and voiceful, they don't last long in the league, man. They push them out regardless of talent.
That's the point. Terrell.
So that's why I say it's kind of warranted, because it's kind of like communicate with the organizations, find out who wants you, get drafted, and then talk your shit. Well, play first and then talk it. Because he's talking it now and it ain't working. Like, I think he's gonna receive the same amount of scrutiny that Bronny gets. I think it'll be the same thing. And Bronny ain't talking.
I think people was rooting for Bronny, but Bronny they knew Bronny wasn't good enough, but they still, if Bronny right now goes to all of a sudden start averaging 10, 11 points a game, people are gonna be rooting for Bronny. They don't like Shedeur, man. And like you said, he does talk, but the cameras are always on it. So is it that he talks too much, or the cameras are just always there? You know, and maybe he's not the greatest at what he said, and he's a little arrogant.
Oh, he's very arrogant.
He's very arrogant.
And I'm gonna tell you something. As an arrogant guy, and you answer this question for me. Does it seem natural for him, or does it seem forced? The arrogance.
I think it's natural.
It don't seem like it's natural for me.
I think it's just in his bloodline, it's in his DNA.
Like I feel like
his dad. I mean, come on, Dion is a dog. I love Dion, but he has a certain type of arrogance that he walks and talks with, and I think his son.
I feel like Shiloh's is more natural. His arrogance, because it's like, man, come on, you that type of guy too. I'm that type of guy. You at least want your arrogance to be likable.
Yeah.
His don't feel likable. It's like a dark arrogance.
Yeah, he got a weird type of arrogance. He does.
It's like, get out of my face. I'm gonna show y'all. Like, it's like you're supposed to get along with people. Like, you supposed to use the hate for motivation, but you ain't supposed to like seek the hate. That's kind of what it feels like. Like I
don't like the flashiness. I don't like the whole I got money. This is what I don't like that part about it. That's the part I don't like about it. As far as
they've been saying it for years. They say the rappers want to be ball players and the ball players want to be rappers.
Yeah, I don't like that flashiness, flashing your cars, talking about how many cars you got, and and all this, and jewelry and all of that. And they're always grading the person that they talking to. If you ever see when the cameras roll up or they get ready to approach a player and he got on a necklace, they are, oh boy, look at your necklace, man, how much that costs, and you got on the Gucci shoes, and they just always kind of grading the other people. Like, I don't like that part. I don't like that.
You know what, man? I'm a Shedeur fan, but I'm gonna say this. And people hate when people say it, but I like saying it because I've been the man my whole life. So
you him.
If you were goofy when you were young, man, tread lightly around me.
Yep.
Because that's when I really feel like it's not authentic. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you put on the cool uniform. You figured out the formula and put on the uniform to be cool, and that ain't cool to me.
Yeah.
Because somebody's been cool their whole life. They can see when you pretend. A lot of women can't see it. You know what I'm saying? Right. They see a guy with some nice suit, some Tom Ford glasses, and some Creed cologne, they like, that's a man. And I might say, yeah, that's a goofball. But in the same breath, it could be a guy with the same get up on, and I recognize that's a cool guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we know the difference. Definitely know the difference.
Yeah, man. But I like him. What about his talent level? Because they questioning his level of play on the field and saying that his arm is weak. The guy threw for 4,000 yards. He's threw for in his college career close to what? Is it 14,000 yards or something like that? Something crazy.
Right.
Now all of a sudden his arm is weak.
So I'm gonna tell you what I compare him to is the previous classes that came out, because there's been a lot of black quarterbacks. I kind of try to figure where he measures, in comparison to those quarterbacks. I don't see him better than a Jameis Winston coming out of college. I don't.
Really?
No. Jameis Winston was good at Florida State.
But I think his accuracy is better.
Yeah, but Jameis Winston was a playmaker. So let's say, like, for me, that's the same talent level that I kind of see him at. Where does Jameis Winston fare in the NFL? Maybe second tier quarterback, backup.
He's a good backup quarterback.
Yeah, because you got to think he's going to a losing organization. To be honest with you, I kind of would prefer to see him go. Well, I want the boy to get his money, so I want him to go first if he can. You know what I mean? But as far as a career, I would like to see him go second round and get somewhere with a team that can play. They got some, you know what I mean? Got maybe an aging quarterback like Dallas. Send him to Dallas.
Yeah.
Because Dak Prescott gonna get hurt. He gonna get hurt anyway.
Yeah, and they'll end up pulling Dak.
Right. Dak got one more year.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what? I take that back. I said somebody with a good team, not Dallas. Pittsburgh. Send him there.
No, Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh is lining up to possibly get him. But right now it looks like maybe the Saints will get him at 9. Which wouldn't be a bad look for him.
Well, because they're saying if he don't get in that top 10, he's gonna really drop.
If he doesn't get in the top 3.
Yeah.
If he doesn't go third to the Giants, then he's going 9th.
But the Giants just picked up 2 quarterbacks, right?
But they just picked up Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston.
Yeah, I don't see them drafting him. No.
I don't see them drafting him. But I can see New Orleans or Pittsburgh.
I like Pittsburgh.
But at the end of the day, does it freaking matter, man? It's really about getting in the best program, man, that fits where you are in your game. Like, I would rather go somewhere. I don't give a shit about how high I go. This guy got money, whatever. He's going to get a big contract regardless. I don't give a shit if I go first, second, third, fourth. Is it about that? Is it really about that?
Yeah, it's about that.
What do money get? Maybe.
Yeah, it's about that. Money's different. That money different. I mean, you can be a guaranteed
in the top 10.
You can be a guaranteed $23 million, or you could be second, third round, $5 million for 3 years. Like, no. Yeah. I gotta go first. I gotta go top 10. If I have top 10 talent, let me say that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I think he's a top 10 talent, but does it matter if he go top 3? No, I don't think so. I wouldn't give a shit at the end of the day.
I would give a damn if I go 1, but I want to go in top 10.
Yeah, if I go top 10, I'm cool.
No, you know what? You got me thinking. First round is good enough for me.
First round is good enough.
Yeah, because you're going to get your money if you go first round.
Jair Alexander went 18th and he got an $84 million contract.
That's what I'm saying. In essence, if you go first round, in most situations, unless somebody trading up or got, picks from previous trades or years, you somebody's first pick. So, and you still going to get the first pick treatment. You know what I mean? When you go to the city, they're going to roll the carpet out for you. So,
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just a kid. I guess I just look at it. It's a kid living out his dream, man. To get drafted into the NFL, whether it's first round, second round, whatever. Come on, man. I mean, Shedeur's going to play football. He's going to be a first round draft pick, and he's going to get his opportunity to be somebody's starter at some point. He's going to fight for somebody's starting job, whoever gets it, regardless. So who gives a shit? And the kid he got money. He's born into money, and I think he's earned a lot of it with some of his play. I think he deserves to be a first round pick for sure. I think so. Jalen Milroe, he's a first round pick, but not better than Shedeur. What's the other quarterback? Damn, can't think of him right now. I just don't think.
From Miami?
Miami. Oh yeah. Cam Ward is definitely the best quarterback in the draft. Cam Ward.
Yeah. You think he's the best?
He's one off. I think he's the best quarterback in this draft. Yeah. In this draft. I think the ball comes out of his hand a little bit. He spins it a lot faster than Shedeur does.
Get rid of it faster too, because they was getting on Shedeur about patting that ball. I'm gonna tell you something. When I coach quarterbacks, I hate when they pat the ball. But here's the thing. Some people can just get the job done. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But I run specific drills to keep that left, or whether you were left or right-handed, to keep that hand off that ball. But and I wondered when I saw him doing it, like, how big is his hands? Because it might be that his hands are small.
I don't think he has big hands.
He patting it.
Does it make a big difference?
What, if your hand's small?
No. If he's patting the ball.
Yeah, it does.
He pats it slightly because there's a lot of quarterbacks that do it.
Well, it's a lot that do it.
Brady did it.
I think
Pat Mahomes does it.
If you're able to do it in a manner in which it's not a routine, like I've seen so many quarterbacks that have routines that they can't break. So if you patting that ball, and as soon as you pat, you coming off that ball every time, that's different. Now, if you patting just for the sake of patting, that's different also. But if you pat and throw, pat and throw, pat and throw, if I'm a DB, pat that ball, I'm breaking. If I'm on his hip and you pat, I'm breaking. So I don't like it personally. I don't. But
I mean, like you coach quarterbacks, you coach young quarterbacks.
But I've seen and heard and read a lot of people say that it don't make a difference. I just want to take any time I can to get that package out of your carriage, to get it out of there and get it released as soon as I can. So if we can eliminate a 10th of a second by you patting it, let's eliminate it.
Do you think it could create a? Michael Parsons said that little, what is it? Half a second could create a sack.
Yeah, you can't. Well, it can. Because you on the clock.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see, man. It's coming up. Travis Hunter. What about him? Can he take
every dude snap? Said he wants to play every snap in the NFL.
Every snap.
At 175 pounds. Come on, man. I want you to just be realistic about life. I mean, I think I'm a pretty decent fighter, man. I got to know I can't beat everybody up. I can't do it.
Right.
NFL, both, no, dude. No, these are grown men running. These are defensive linemen, O-linemen running 4.4s. You can't do that. You know, this the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. You can't do this. This the X-Men. You can't do that. No.
Right.
And I think because he was so exceptional on every level, which he could be exceptional on this level, that he thinks to it, nah, it's me though. But I mean, maybe Jordan felt that way.
I don't think
Jordan also had a reality check when he came to the conclusion that me ain't enough. You know what I mean? When they ran up against the Pistons, I got to get in that weight room. I got to get in that weight room and get stronger.
Right.
So I think that's something that he gonna run into. But I me personally, play DB, man. Offense is so much more glamorous, but I think he should play DB.
I think he should play DB. Yeah. If he had to pick, let's just say if he had to pick one position, it would be DB. It would definitely be DB. I think he wants to play receiver. Well, he want to play both. Let's get it right. But I think he's working more at the receiver position because it's not as natural as
Right.
it's not as natural. It doesn't come as natural as it does the DB. I think he feels like he can get on the defensive side of the ball and he don't even have to work that hard at it.
Yeah.
You know,
but I could see him being, a special team gadget guy.
Yeah.
And that way he can kind of get his extra snaps in, with stuff like that. Or even if they run him in on offense on the jet and let him run it. But I'm going to tell you what shaped my thoughts on this, Keith. When we did, and I know you were there because Zion did the FBU camp, and I was working it. And they had maybe 7 or 8 former NFL guys.
Mm-hmm.
And all those guys talked about was surgery and my back hurting. I'm ready to go sit down.
Oh, yeah.
And my leg on fire. And I'm listening to it, and I'm like, I can think about how my body is now just from being an athlete in high school and playing sports in college. It's like that afterlife from the NFL is serious.
Bro, it's dead serious.
The biggest, strongest guy.
Yeah.
So for a guy that's 180, I don't think so.
No.
Like for the average guy who done played more than 3 years in the NFL, and you notice if you see them somewhere, they look like they've been fighting.
Yeah.
They dragging.
Yeah.
They got a little slow walk to them.
Yeah, they got a limp.
Yeah.
They limping. They bent over. Yeah. They not 100% healthy. Yeah, for real. Yeah.
So it's
they
like
patched up.
When you think in a future, living a life, enjoying your life, man, what are we trying to prove playing both sides of the ball? Nah.
Yeah.
Ain't no point.
I think he's gonna get the opportunity to do it. Somebody's gonna, but every snap now. You're not getting every snap.
How much did Deion play on the O side? What he might get one series every other game? Or every
other game. Not a lot. Sometimes never. He didn't get, but Deion's playing 2 sports too. He wasn't just playing on both sides of the ball and demanding all the snaps. He's playing. That dude was going to play baseball too.
Yeah. He was taking jets to go play baseball.
Yeah, he was taking jets to go play baseball. So, I think Travis should get his opportunity to play on both sides of the ball. Certainly not every snap. I'll let it be known if I'm whatever franchise I'm in, and we're gonna give you an opportunity to play receiver and DB, but not every snap, Travis.
Is he a first round pick?
Who?
Travis.
Travis is, he's definitely. He's generational, like they say, talent, man. You just don't meet talent like that.
Top 10?
That can do what he does. He's top 2. He's going number 2. And I think he's definitely a number 2. Yeah, he's worth it. He's a different Heisman Trophy winner, man. I've never seen anything like it before in my life, to be honest. That can do what he does.
Did he break records like that at Jackson State? Or he was just good?
He was just good. He got to Colorado. I mean, the kid had 96 catches. He had 96 catches for like 900 something yards. 96 catches. And then he went on the other side of the ball, had 4 picks. I think he had crazy amount of touchdowns on offense, 4 picks on defense. I mean, I don't know. Every down. And every down. It's crazy. 120 plays a game. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, I would. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was and he got hurt, you gotta keep that in mind.
Yeah, he got hurt.
If I was an NFL team, I'd be critical of the wear and tear he already got on his body.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a young guy, but still. They do the running backs like that. They critique how many carries they took in college.
Oh, hell yeah.
And start judging based off of that.
Yep, for sure.
Hey, man, I'm with you. I want to see all of them go first. Everybody go first round. Right. Including James.
James Pierce. He I don't know. Is he going in the first? I don't think so.
I saw the projections. Everybody had him out of the first. They had him like in the third.
Yeah. And what but not because of his talent level.
Right.
They think he's a bad locker room guy.
Hey man, let me tell you, the quarterback said that James Pierce don't want to talk to him, and he don't want to talk to the media. He just want to play football.
Wow.
But that's James. Yeah, that is James. Right. Like I always say, that's the best football player I ever seen live. Like coaching, and I mean, like in a practice setting, that's the best football player I've ever seen in high school for me.
Is he?
Yeah. Yeah.
He was definitely a game changer.
I'd never seen anybody that athletic, that big, and that skilled. And I used to, man, I'm telling you, they used to give me hell. But I used to be like, dude, we don't play James on offense. Like,
yeah, but they shouldn't have put him on offense at the Memorial Stadium against Butler. No, was it Butler? No, who was it?
It was Huff. Well, that's because they just threw him in.
Yeah, like, it wasn't the time.
Literally threw him in. Literally.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I haven't ever been over there running a play. Go in and run this play, James.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was, but he said it, man. He was doing an interview at the combine, and they asked him about playing offense in high school, and he was like, basically, at the school I went to, they make offense go over here and defense go over there, and you got to pick.
Right.
And he said he didn't want to keep waiting on the ball on offense, so he went to defense. But that's the best player I ever seen, and I done seen some good players. It's just that what he could do, you don't.
He was definitely the difference maker.
I'm just saying, man. In practice, man, I've seen those guys talk junk to him, and he'd be like, "What? All right, watch this." And every time he say, "Watch this,"
he would deliver.
Every time. Watch this. I'm talking about you like, I've seen times where he grabbed Bubba, pick him up in the air. You like, no, that's the quarterback. You can't do that. He's like, talk too much. Hey, that's James.
Best game I ever seen the dude play, and I believed in him. I believed in him before that, but that Huff game over at Huff, when he just he just took over the game, bro. They were losing. They was behind late fourth quarter, going into the fourth, sacked the quarterback, took the ball, and then ran and scored. And I think he did something else just as spectacular. Another off the edge sack in a critical situation, made the quarterback fumble. I mean, I was like, this dude is amazing, bro.
I seen them that Creek game in the rain.
Oh, and yeah.
I remember going to the game, and I was talking to Jason Brow, and I told him, that's when you guys were at Mallard Creek, I think. And I told him, I said, that game is going to be based off the ability to block James. And he was like, James, right. You know, with all the guys that's there. And I was like, yes, James. And James terrorized Mallard Creek. And, you know, he did that in the state championship, too, that sophomore year he got off. When they beat Leesville Road, he got off that game, too. But, yeah, that's I think James is a good kid, man. He's a smart kid, too. He's so much smarter than people would think he is because he's a tall guy that plays football. Right. Definitely a smart kid. Man, we were at practice one day, and your wife was at practice picking your son up.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about kids with autism and getting them some help, and James pinpointed. He walked in the middle of our conversation and said, so does the kid do this, this, and this? And I looked at him and I was like, yeah. And he was like, yeah, then he's probably autistic. Those are the tell characteristics for autism. And I looked at your wife and she was like, she'll tell you, she was like, yeah, he right. And I was like, yeah. He ain't no dumb football player. He's smart.
No. Yeah, he's smart. Hey, what's the update on some of our guys, man? What about?
I see you got George. That WCU shirt on.
Yeah, man. I told my son called me, man. Shout out to Arena Carter, man. I'm shouting out Arena Carter because Arena Carter is in Tulsa, and for her job, but she took the time to take my son to Walmart, get him some groceries, and she's taking him out to eat.
Oh, if she up there, he got a mama up there.
Right. She's in Tulsa right now.
He got a mama up there with him.
They just called me on FaceTime, man. Shout out to Rena Carter, man. I love you for doing that. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. You know, that's what it's all about, man. That's gonna be he gonna remember that for the rest of his life, man.
Hey, Keith, that is their house.
Yeah.
Those are the people that they are.
Yeah. That's crazy.
There was a 6-hour trip to Old Dominion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what was going on. I think my son was sick or something. And Renitra say, man, don't worry about it. I'll take him.
Really?
That's the day Bubba got that offer.
Wow.
And he called me. I don't know if you
was
that. Yeah, he called me and he said they took him in the office. I think they're going to offer him. And I said, one, what about 3? It's 3 of y'all up there. He said, yeah, man. He said, my son will be okay. I'm just happy for Bubba. I say, no, man, I want to leave with 3. He called me back and said, they got Rondell. They taking him in the office. I said, man, that's what I'm talking about. This blessing going to go to everybody. You know what I mean? But I got that for that reason, bro. I'm forever grateful to that guy. He didn't ask me for nothing. Right. He was like, I got this. And drove them there and back in the same day.
I remember that.
So, yeah, that's just the type of people they are. That's why I say, he got one of yeah.
Yeah, man. They called me on FaceTime. They was leaving Walmart. She said, and I'm going to take them out to eat. And I'm going to come by here tomorrow because there's a few things we didn't get. And I'm going to take them back to the grocery store, get some more stuff. So shout out to Rena, man. That's good looking out, man.
So he said, I talked to Jordan. He said they got him at the mic and the wheel. So he either starting at one or the other. But he said he had a good spring scrimmage. And he said he liked it.
Really?
Yeah, he said it's a difference between that and where he was at. He said that it's not a lot to do there. So he focused on football. So it's, his grades improving from B's to A's. Ain't nothing to do but football. So he in a position where he can focus and make something happen on the field. So that's what you want, man.
Yeah, I'm locked in. I got my Western Carolina. I told Zion I'm gonna always wear this because if it wasn't for Western Carolina, you wouldn't be where you are right now. So
right,
I'm always rep, your previous school because they gave you opportunity, bro. Like to showcase your talent and be where you are right now.
He took advantage of that opportunity though.
Yeah, he did. He bet on himself.
What I like though. I'm gonna tell you what I like the most. I like with those particular guys, and we talk about them all the time. Who gives a damn? Why not?
Oh yeah, we should.
I liked it how you can talk to any one of them and get this rundown of everybody.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you've seen this. They on FaceTime with 10 people on there. Just yelling out nothing.
All the time. Oh yeah.
Just fussing about nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that about him. So like he was giving me the rundown of Zion, rundown of Bubba, rundown of Hollywood. I like that for those guys, man. You know what I would like? I would like for them to find a way to get some money, end up at the same place junior year.
Exactly.
Why not?
I love to see it. I love to see it. It's possible.
It actually really
because
is.
Jordan could end up one year, one and done in Western. And I think the surprise, and I don't think it's much of a surprise, is Justin Ross in Navy. Justin Ross gonna be starting in Navy this year.
Yeah, he is. I called Brian and checked on him. He said
he started on special teams.
Yeah, he said still Navy, but he said he kind of adapting to it and starting to enjoy. Once Justin get comfortable, once he get comfortable, he's a different animal, basketball or football.
What did he say about him?
He said that he says Navy, so of course it's different. But he said that I think he said he was running with the 1s and the 2s, and he's actually playing this year. So that's just a kid.
What is he, 6'2", 6'3" now?
He's about 6'2", 6'3". He just needed an opportunity because once Justin get comfortable, man, you coached him your whole life. Like when I went and saw him on the basketball court his senior year when he was comfortable, that was just a different animal, man. It was just It was just if I get this ball in the paint, you getting dunked on.
Yes.
Do something about it.
Exactly. He was that dude.
And I'm just looking
what about KC, bro?
Huh?
What about Texas A&M? What's going on in Texas A&M?
I talked to KC last week on FaceTime. He enjoying Texas A&M.
Really?
Yeah, he enjoying. I think he kind of got his mind locked into where he trying to go. You know what I mean? And I think it's actually good from him that he's far away from home. Because he kind of get the focus. You know, he ain't got to be the big brother. He ain't got to, you know what I mean? It's just, you know how it is when you got siblings. It's just, especially when you're the oldest, it just takes a lot of energy out of it. You got to make sure everybody's straight. You got to, I think now he's just able to focus on football being in Texas. So I think I could see him having a good year, man, a really good year. And from what I read and the interviews that I've seen, they high on him. So he's definitely who they thought he was when he was coming in. So, I mean, he's a guy just like Hollywood is. It's just, I'm going to tell you, two kids that I've seen. I'm going to say, no, the two. Casey and Hollywood in high school from being at Chambers. Whatever they do before practice, it's just them being them. But when they put their cleats on, they came to play.
Yeah.
And ain't no playing around once I lace these. Jordan is kind of the same way too, but you got other people that are good, but they telling jokes and being silly and you know what I mean? But those two guys, they when they lace those cleats up, it's time to go. So as long as they carrying that, if they carrying that mentality into it, they gonna be just fine. Because Hollywood gonna be just fine. And he's about to take over NC State.
Yeah, Rollywood.
Yeah, because here's the thing. NC State coach showed that once they invest in you, they're gonna give you an opportunity to shine. Like when they invested in the kid from Duke last year, he wasn't the best running back, but they made sure he had the ball because they invested in him. So I think they get Hollywood that same investment, man. That boy, he gonna do some things.
What's going on in Minnesota?
Minnesota is Minnesota now. It's cold up there. I can't wait to see how that turned out in Minnesota. Man.
I want to see how that turns out.
Oh, I'm excited about it because you know what that's gonna tell. That is really gonna tell where everybody else is, and I can't wait to see. Hey, man, hold up. Speaking of wait to see it, I'm skipping totally subjects. So I seen something on the internet, right? And I called my guy about it because I don't know. I really don't know. But I saw something on the internet said that the SRT team was the best team to ever come out of Charlotte. Were they that good, Keith?
SRT was good.
Because I know they were good. So I called Ant because I know Ant saw both of them. And I'm not the type of guy that'll be like, no, they wasn't better than us. I really wanted to know, like, were they that good?
SRT was just as good as we were. They were just as talented. I think we coached different. So they saw a different type of talent. They saw we had a different type of style than they did. They were tough, hard-nosed kids. They were good. It was a good group, but we just showcased. I think we showcased our kids' talent a little bit more. I think so. But SRT was solid. But I don't know. I think that's a good argument. And
I don't even know for the sake of an argument, because like I say, I would go straight to the source. Like I would go to Ant because I know Ant lived both of them. You know what I mean? And I would take his opinion on it. I'm like, I want to know if where they at. I seen them play. Nah, I might never get to talk to them, but I seen them play, and I was like, I wonder if they were. I don't know, because I know the team that Jonte had with James them was one of the better teams I ever seen. And that team Bird them had that won nationals, one of the better teams I've seen. That TC Bills team.
Right.
But
Was Casey on?
No. This the one when they won at like 12U. This was probably in 2014. Okay. 2014. Okay. They had a really good team that won nationals. They was like the first team that won nationals around here when they had the billboard and everything.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That was a good team, but I was just like, I don't know. I just didn't want to be biased in the situation.
I try not to be biased. I just think we played the game different. I think we played the game different. I just think it was a good assembled team, SRT, nice, tough, hard-nosed kids, very athletic, but we played the game different. We threw the ball. Let's just say that. We opened the game up. We threw the ball. You saw our receivers. You didn't see a lot of that at SRT where, you know, Bubba might have passed for four touchdowns in a game. You didn't see that at SRT. They just had good hardcore running backs and good linemen. You know, and they played good defense.
I tell you what,
and nobody could beat them.
Hey, they kids doing the same thing our kids doing.
But they kids doing the same thing in high school.
That's what I like. Win state
now, if you want to grade them out, see what they do in high school, and then
they doing it in high school already. They doing it.
Yeah, hell yeah, they at West Charlotte changing the game. I think some of them went some other places, but they just solid. But I'll say we would have whooped their ass. Hey, Ant Gibson, y'all had a good team, man, but BFPK will whoop that ass. But I'm just if you're listening, I love you, but yeah, I'm a little biased. But yeah, SRT was good. I watched them win the national championship.
Okay.
And it was easy. For them to do it. It was easy.
Okay.
Yeah. So they did win the national championship. So.
Hey, the beautiful thing about it is, though, one thing I will say, the core of that group, I saw and they work with them kids from babies to get them to where they at. So that's a big deal right there. I mean, just even be in those conversations or one, that's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, but when you mention top teams coming out of Charlotte, yeah, it's definitely BFPK, SRT. Yeah, but BFPK was good.
And for a long time. For me, it's that 12U team because that was the best team I ever coached.
That 12U team was stupid.
That was the best team I ever coached. 13 won it all, but that 12U, that was different.
Yeah, that 12U was good, man.
Just the mentality for a 12-year-old was just different for them. It was just, So
when I tell people 90-something% of that team went to college D1, they doing something special, bro. It's real. It's true. It's real. I think your boy is gone somewhere and playing football. Marquise Harris.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Marquise is in Kansas.
Is it Missouri?
Somewhere. Missouri, Kansas, somewhere playing football.
And the dude loved football, and he was good too.
Yeah. I think he hooked up with his old middle school coach who got a job at maybe JUCO and called him up and took him in. He knew he could still play, knew how he loved the game, knew how he was struggling around here in Charlotte, and took him under his wings and took him down to wherever he is. And he's still in the game. But the Minnesota, who else we missing? Austin Peay. Lil Mo.
Mo's at Austin Peay.
Yeah. Came out of East Carolina. Projected to actually potentially start, but
Man, let me tell you something. If I was in recruiting, especially when I was at Chambers, that would have been one of the first kids I would have wanted to have.
Mm-hmm.
That kid could play. He just needs some coaching. He can play.
Yep.
Very coachable, respectful, big body, athletic, good motor. I just feel like he just gonna need some opportunity. But that comes with that maturation process. As long as those kids get a little mature, then they'll be just fine, man. Yeah, he'll be fine.
Who else we missing? Bubba. What's up?
Man, they got a spring game Saturday. I told him I ain't into watching nobody sit on the bench. He's like, I ain't sitting on the bench. We'll see.
He running with the ones?
He said he run with the ones and the twos.
That's it.
One day ones, one day twos. He said he on the field, so I say
he competing for the starting job. That's what that means.
Yeah, I say we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
I felt like I talked to Markel. I think Markel could have made a move.
Markel could have got out of there.
I told him.
Markel had a good enough season. He had a good enough season.
He said Markel was a little nervous about it.
Markel had a good enough season this year to get out of there.
Yeah, Markel could have been.
Every time they went to Markel, he made something happen. Every time.
Yeah.
But that's Markel being Markel.
Yeah.
So I don't see him. I don't see him. He'll probably be the number one target this year. I don't see him being there.
No, I don't think he won't be there for the next 2 years. He'll be out of there this year.
Yeah, he'll be out of there.
Because I think he's the number one guy right now.
Yeah, he should be number one. He should be number one.
Man,
that's the thing about it, man. Those kids are good kids, but like, I just like when they like that, and that's why not even just comparing, but like those SRT kids like that. They the same way.
Yeah,
it's almost like it's like a replica, like Davion, like that. Those are good kids, man.
Yes,
and it's good. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's good to see somebody else, and I'll speak for me because I know the energy and time I put into it. It's good to see somebody else do that and put the time and energy into it, because for too long, man, we've seen so much talent just fall off around here.
Man.
So I ain't playing no more. I'm into this. I'm into that. I ain't thinking about football. And just to see a group like that still go, like that's a good thing, man. And so really, like, just speaking to that, the challenge is for the next group or the next coach to grab your group and usher them into that same light. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Ant got a group. Ant got a group right now at 8. I think they're at 9.
He do got that 8U group. He do.
Yeah.
And you know what? He you know what? He's gonna do it again.
Yeah, he's gonna do it.
And when he do it again, I'm gonna tell him, man, you one of the best coaches ever came around here. Period.
Yeah, and I talked to him today, this morning. I talked to him today, man.
Ever came around here.
How much I appreciate. Told him how much I appreciate what he's doing, man, and he continued to the commitment that he still has to these kids, man. And, I talked to him just today, man, and he got a group of 8s that's rocking. And I be telling these guys, and they be trying to point out who's the best coaches. And I'm saying, listen, man, I ain't saying this dude is the best of the best, but in my eye right now, he consistent as hell, and he ain't winning by accident. To me, I think when you're able to go all the way through, win national championship, SRT coach up team that's producing in high school, then you go down and get another group at 6 or 7, and you're doing the exact same thing. You're on the same path, bro. That shit ain't happening by accident. That dude's a coach.
No. Well, here's why he's a good coach, because he's able to communicate, establish what he wants out of a team. He knows what it takes from being a part of a winning program, and he's able to keep his kids together. That's what he does. He doesn't have to recruit because he has the ability to keep his kids together. Like, it's
great at building those relationships.
Yeah, it's almost like and that was one of my things that I prided myself on. I wish you would go play for another team. We're gonna beat the hell out of you. We're gonna beat the hell out of you. Go ahead.
You didn't even want to go play nowhere else.
Yeah, go. Yeah, we don't throw you the ball enough. Well, go play for them then and throw the ball. Watch what happens. We're gonna punish your ass, and then we're gonna laugh about it.
That's the mentality.
Yeah.
Other than that, man, I don't see a lot of coaches. I was talking about that before you came on. You know, that it ain't that many good coaches out here like it used to be, man. And you got a couple good guys out here, and I'm not trying to discredit any of them, but I just don't see it, bro. Like, I don't see it. It's some solid coaches out here, but not no coaches like a you, me. I'd say Day is pretty good because him and Ant coached that SRT team together.
Yeah,
Day solid. I think I think Day just needs, if he gets the right guys around him, Day could definitely win some national.
Well, you know what I think in just watching,
so,
I think just watching, he might get mad at me saying that, but Day does so much.
Yeah.
That I think if he really just coached,
if he just coached,
you'd see how good he is. But
yeah, he'll be that. He'll be that dude.
Yeah, he'll be that guy. But he does so much from running it, organizing it, putting it together. That you know, he's kind of known more for that than it is the coaching. Because I've seen him coach before.
But I don't think he put the right guys around. He just don't. If I for whatever reason, if I wasn't there, I would never have to worry about whether BFPK is still gonna play on the level, because you was there, Q was there. We had guys on that squad. Just like if you wasn't there, you knew that team was still gonna be led and still was gonna play at a certain level. Day doesn't have that. If Day's not, he just don't have the right guys around. To me, him and Ant together was good. And Ant together was good. They were great.
But they could. You know what was crazy about you saying that? And again, I don't know none of those guys. I applaud them for doing what they're doing. But I was on the sideline with you one time, and he changes the whole atmosphere when he comes around.
Yeah.
Like, even when it's not his team. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And he'll coach it, and they'll listen to him.
Right.
But like you saying, it should be the same way if he wasn't there. Exactly. Because that should be established. This is the level we play on. This is the level of instruction that we have for the kids.
Man, so, honestly, at some point with me, I was like, whenever like you wasn't there doing the national championship run, I was like, and I think me and Q was talking, I was like, man, I wonder what Tony would do in this situation right here. He gonna say, no, where Booker might say, I'm gonna pass the ball right here. He'll be like, no, run the damn ball. This is 2 down territory. Run the ball. We're gonna get the first, run the ball. And I always think about that, because you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, and right now, I don't see coaches like that, man, that can play off of each other like that. You know, I just don't see that. That's in the powerhouse game when I wasn't there. Boom, same type of situation, bro.
That's 2 different minds, and you got to know one of them gonna work, and chances are both of them gonna work.
Yeah. So I use both minds.
Yeah. So if you thinking run and I'm thinking run, we damn sure finna run.
We get ready to run.
Let's go. Let's run. So but those, you know, but you know what I was just thinking about, man. The way we was talking about Shedeur, will we critique our kids the same way, or would we be bothered if somebody was?
What, critique our kids?
Yeah.
If somebody was to critique our kids,
if somebody was on a podcast critiquing our kids personally, would that bother us?
I want to hear it.
You say you would?
I would want to hear it. Yeah, I would want to hear it.
Now, I was only why I asked that question, because with the LeBron and Carmelo Anthony and Deion Sanders, you often see them recently defending their kids. So I wondered if somebody was critiquing my kid, like, would I take it personal? Like, man, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about, or would I just be somebody just giving an opinion?
I've heard people say. I mean, I've heard people talk about my kid before. Well, especially Flo ass. I like Flo.
All right, man. I ain't gonna warm you up, man. I ain't gonna do it. No, we ain't gonna do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah, we ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, but I've heard it and we want to hear it and like it. I like it. I like it, man. I feel like my kid's been the underdog, so honestly, he's kind of been the underdog. He feels like he's been the underdog. So, man, you thriving, boy. Keep thriving. Keep flying, baby. Doing well. Doing well. We balling. That nigga in the backfield.
Yeah, get that credit card.
All right, we're gonna burn it. Hey, that thing.
We already credit card ready, because you finna burn that thing up.
No, bro. You know what I'm gonna burn up? I got a eVision. You can look it up. It's an eVision projector, along with a screen that goes along with it. Like probably like what you sitting in right now. You probably, what you got over there? Because I heard you got some stuff over there.
That's a screen.
What is that? The up and down screen?
Nah, it's just one flat screen with the.
It's just one.
The brackets.
Oh, you got the brackets on it back on the back of it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I ended up investing in a. You can look at it's an eVision 9000 with a screen. My screen let up and down. It's It's one of them project. They let up and down. And I put that shit in my garage. Which is where I am now, by the way. In my garage, I redone the whole garage. And sometimes I ain't gonna get that ticket to damn Oklahoma. I'm gonna sit my ass right here in 4K and do that, man, because that's a lot of bread, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a lot of bread.
Hey. Okay.
It's hard, boy. Yeah. Hey, I'm talking about Texas, and then now we got to go to Oregon, and now we got to go now to Oklahoma. Now I was like, now we're going to New York. We can do New York. I can do New York, Florida, all of that.
I'll tell you this. I coach AAU basketball with you. You'll be there.
Yeah. We're gonna see.
Yeah, you'll be there. But look, think about it like this. He in the NIL world. You ain't got to pay for nothing. You just spending that Jordan money that you were spending 2 years ago on some plane tickets. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, man. That's
you spending that Jordan money. You gonna be there, especially when he get out there and start balling. Yeah, right.
Hey, going to Oregon is different, bro. Trying to go to Oregon.
Yeah.
Well, every one of them away games right now is gonna cost us. It ain't just airline tickets, bro. You gotta pay.
How many is it? 6?
What?
How many
games?
Away games. They got 5 or 6.
Yeah. It is. It's he got about. It's probably 5. Might be 6. No, away games. Yeah. He got about 5. Yeah, it's about 5. But the away games are cool because one of them you got East Carolina, and then you got Navy, which is in West Point, Army. We're gonna make the New York ones where we can drive those if we want to. Then you got FAU where we're gonna be in Florida. And then you got Oregon State, Oklahoma State. You got some big games. Going to Oregon that's the one. God almighty. New Mexico State. In New Mexico. So
hey man, are these not great problems to have, man?
I swear it is.
Come on, man. I mean, he could be playing at Barton. Ain't nothing wrong with Barton, but I'm just saying. Or Benedict. And you got to drive down to South Carolina for an hour and 30 minutes. I mean, these are good problems.
Yeah.
Very good problem.
We're going to see. We're going to see. Plus, I done took on, the whole little, we're going to see.
But you know what, man? It's just, I think it boils down to planning. You just got to plan it right. That's it. Plan it, budget it, because it's going to be expensive now. You ain't going to get around that.
Oh, it's $2,000 every time we hit it.
Woo!
Every time. I'm talking about every game. $1,500 to $2,000.
Yeah, man. You get your OnlyFans. Get your
OnlyFans page.
That'll cover.
Yeah. I'm going to get my wife to get one.
Oh, man. You tripping. Get your OnlyFans. That'll cover.
You gonna get OnlyFans. They can probably got a 50 and over OnlyFans.
I don't know. That's not something that I would subscribe to. Hey, it's free everywhere. It's free everywhere. Why would I subscribe to that? That's crazy to me.
I know that. You know what I'm saying? Why?
Or maybe you know what I think is maybe I'm just not in that tax bracket where I got $20 a month to just throw at somebody just because.
I know, man. I ain't doing it. Are you crazy? I'm not doing no shit like that.
I'm gonna subscribe.
Hey, man, you ever watch that damn Pop the Balloon?
Yeah. Let me tell you something. If you line up for somebody, if you line up with a balloon, you a clown. And if you line up to get your balloon popped, you a clown. Like it's just That's what we're going to. Like, you can't see a girl at the gas station or
grocery store.
Yeah, the grocery store. She smiled at you and you smile. You say, "Man, I'm about to go over there. Fuck it.
I'm going to holler."
Man, I was telling the boys about this. As a teenager, that used to be a rush. That's like an introduction to manhood. Like, I see it, I'm gonna go get it. Now all I gotta do is just get in your inbox and send you a message, and you're gonna say yes or no. And I ain't gotta walk back to my homies and say, "Man, she dissed me."
Right.
Man, pop a balloon. And what we basing this off of? How you look?
Day. They said, who are the top 5 youth football coaches in Charlotte? Bruh, I have no fucking idea. I can name. I can name some. I'm gonna name the dude, Mike from McCaddenville. The dude from McCaddenville. He's good. I gotta go with Ant Gibson. Period. Ant Gibson. Period.
Capo's a good.
I don't know.
Capo's a good.
Capo, he just don't take it as serious as he should. But he
you know what? Capo, he's probably one of the ones like Day that do so much.
Yeah.
That he don't get the focus. And you know what that's like.
I just don't think. I think Capo kind of all over the place. But he could be. I just don't think he take it that serious. Capo will come to the game with a piece of paper that's balled up in his pocket and pull it out with his plays on. I'm
gonna tell you when he showed me. I'm gonna tell you when he showed me he can coach. When I saw him coaching hard in JV team.
Ooh.
And I watched him. I said, "Nah, he can coach." But I said he can coach. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something about coaching, and you know this too. The level bring a different element of coaching out of it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It brings a different level.
That's 100% fact. That's 100% fact.
So sometimes you like you might be able to, drink a soda and talk on your phone at the youth game.
Yeah.
But you might get to the middle school and the high school, and I can't do that. I gotta, you know what I mean?
I gotta lock the whole way.
My play sheet.
Yes, sir. 100%. But I'm gonna give you Day one more time. Is Mike from McCaddenville, because he continues to win these national championship games, and his kids are elevated. I gotta give it to Ant because I've seen Ant go up, win, come back down. His kids are doing this thing in high school right now. They're elevating in middle school, high school. Day, you could be one of the top guys. I'm gonna put an asterisk beside your name because you got too much going on. You're a good leader. You're one of the most influential leaders and top leaders in youth football.
He might be the top. He might be the top.
I think he is the top. He's the most influential guy. If anybody, that says a lot, because if somebody comes from Georgia, Florida, Texas, anywhere in the country, and you trying to find anything out about anything in youth football, on where to go play, who to play for, they got to come see you, bro. That's bigger than being the best coach. So
he's at the top.
He's at the top. I think Grice, what's the dude's name? Damn, not Grice. Shit. Why am I not thinking of it? He coaches the NC Giants 10U, which I'm coming for his ass. Because I'm coaching 10U right now. What's his name? Put it in the chat. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Old school. Put him in the chat. He's number 4, and 5 would be, of course, I'm still out there, but I ain't even gonna put my name in there. Yeah. I'm better than all.
You ain't out there. Get out of here.
I'm gonna let y'all have y'all.
Wait. Is Mo still coaching?
Yeah, he got a 12U team.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm better than all y'all niggas, so but I'm gonna let y'all have y'all top 5. I'm gonna let y'all have y'all top 5 right now. But and y'all gonna see because I got a team.
Hey, Keith. It's funny you say that. I'm gonna go on record. I'm gonna go on record and say I'm better than all y'all.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
But based on what I see right now, I'm gonna show y'all with this 10U team. I'm better than all y'all niggas, to be honest. But yeah. So that's a good 5. I think it's some more guys. Some guy named Terrence. I think he is Terrence. Whoever coached that last really good team out of Charlotte.
Hey man, he said Wise. Do we incorporate Wise, man? Since he's been coaching for 40 years, like, do we?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do I take myself out of the equation?
Yeah, you gotta take yourself
really,
out.
I want to. I want to take myself out of the equation, and I really want to take DJ Wise out of the equation.
Yeah, you got.
And I really want to challenge the youth football world to tell me, because I've asked this question to Leon Brown and a couple other guys, who are the 5 top coaches in youth football? You saying so they saying Wise is current. He's current because why? Because he continues to coach every year, and he's never stopped. I don't know. I went to middle school, so now I'm not current anymore. But anyway, we're gonna see. I'm gonna make myself current again. Trust me on that. I'm gonna make myself current again.
I don't think you could be current. I don't think you could be current, Keith.
Why? Why not?
Because you're not gonna have the opportunity to just be a football coach.
Yes, I am.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Because you've reached a plateau to the point where it's just we just want you to fail.
Yeah,
it ain't really you. You don't get the chance to grow a team.
Yeah.
Instruct players how to play, how to get better. If you coaching, you just got to win it all, or you fail.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the same thing go for Wise, and I feel like Ant is to that point now. Like, if you ain't winning, you fail.
Yeah. I guess they can look at you like you're a next level coach, but right now is our time. I think that's what it looks to these.
Because the thing about it is, if you coaching,
is it?
If you coaching a game,
they put 5 coaches in the chat. You do it.
It's every coach Super Bowl, Keith, when they beat you on a Saturday.
Oh, you better believe it.
You can tell them before the game, hey man, I ain't got that much. I'm trying to develop these kids. They don't care.
They don't give a shit.
Man, that's their Super Bowl.
They don't give a shit. Oh yeah, we put Booker's ass. Who's Booker? I don't know about Coach Booker. But
so that's why I say that's why I say you ain't in it, because it ain't gonna be fair.
Yeah, I ain't it. I ain't it right now, but I'm better than. I mean, I ain't gonna say I'm better, but what I see right now, come on, man, it's just bad. It ain't good. You can't name 5. I don't know who the 5 are. You know you name them. I asked Leon Brown, who's very active, just like you in the game, out, and he can't name them either. He can't name them. Top 5 coaches youth football. You can't name them.
So let me ask you this, Keith: who the top 3 middle school coaches? Yeah, come on. And leave somebody out. You gonna have to pay for it next week.
Greg Paler at Piedmont, J.M. Alexander, and Eastway.
Oh man, you left Sedgefield out? Oh man.
I'm not.
Nah, you left him out. Nah, you left him out.
He just don't get the talent. He just don't get the talent.
Nah. You left him out. Twins, you got left out, man.
Yeah, I know one thing. J.M. Alexander gonna be back fighting for it. Hey, the Elite 8 again. We're gonna be consistent. I can tell you that. We're gonna be consistently fighting for that Elite 8.
Hey, so who you think the top 3 high school coaches?
Top 3 high school coaches? Let me see. Shit. Hey man, I'm still saying Ferg one of the top coaches, bro. I don't give a shit what nobody say, man. Just because of his resume, regardless of what happened last year. I'm gonna put his name in there just because that's the first one came up. To be honest, when I thought about it, I think Ferg is decent. I like the Huff coach. I like regardless of what happens. Yeah, I like the Huff coach. I really do. and you gotta like shit. How can you not like? This is in no particular order. Where's Charlotte head coach, bro? Ball.
I mean, Grinder's a winner. He winning.
Grinder's a damn winner. I don't give a shit what nobody say. That dude's a winner. And
hey, you know who the #1 coach in Charlotte?
I'm trying to think.
Jupiter is the #1 coach in Charlotte right now.
Jupiter is hey, Jupiter
#1. Jupiter guaranteed #1.
Jupiter is a damn risk taker. That's right. He's the #1 risk taker.
He's #1 in my book.
In Charlotte. Jupiter.
Because ain't nobody going to Carrington.
And you know what? I don't care what nobody say. I still like my man Tinsley, man. I'm a Tinsley fan, bro. Tinsley got a bad shape when he came to Charlotte. And he hasn't had a losing season since he's been here.
I was finna say he ain't get no bad shake of talent. I can tell you that much.
That he has not had a losing season. He's lost some games that everybody thought he should have won, just like a lot of these other coaches. But
hey man, if somebody said, Tony, we can afford to pay you full time to coach, you got to pick the school. Sign me up for Mallard Creek.
Yes, Mallard Creek is a football factory. Look at that.
Sign me up for Mallard Creek.
Have you been over there? Man, those guys, God.
Sign me up for Mallard Creek. Still.
Yeah, I love what the Creek.
I think it really took, and you know it did, it took the organized destruction to take Mallard Creek down. It was organized destruction. Because they would still be where they were.
And
Mike and Wise, Booker.
And
you coach with the Ducks?
Yeah, I'm the head coach for the Ducks team. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Odell Eagles.
Eagles got us.
See, I want to come see these guys coach. Hey, so let me ask you this: it's spring ball going on now, right?
Yeah, it's spring ball right now.
Day ain't even put his own name in there.
Man, Day is humble, man. Day, I watch Day coach. Day always winning some shit, but he'll lose some shit. Because he's doing too damn much. He coaching 2 teams, 3 teams. If that dude dial in on one team, I done talked to him, so I know what his mindset is. If he coach one team, get him a good defensive coordinator, position coaches around him, this dude will win just like everybody else, bro. He just got too much going on, man. He got too much going on. He's a winner. But, man, it's a damn shame, man. Yeah, hey, man, I'm disappointed in a lot of these coaches, to be honest, bro. I got some 10U coach kids that don't know 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7. They don't know nothing. They don't have a clue how to do a lot of stuff, man. And I'm a little bit disappointed in these 8, 6, 7, 8, 9-year-old coaches, man. And man, because this is a damn shame. I got a bunch of raw talent kids.
So is it? Are the coaches present and are they committed, or they just lack the knowledge?
No, man, these coaches lack the knowledge, bro. They lack the knowledge, and they refuse to get with a mentor coach. They refuse. They refuse to. Oh, okay. Send me your email address. Yeah, they refuse to sit down and break bread with some knowledgeable coaches, man. They're not committed to this game, man. They ain't committed, bro, because there's no way that these kids don't know. And I'm talking about, I got a really good, solid group of 10-year-old kids right now for spring. And we're not going to beat everybody because we don't have all the components. We don't have everything right now. But we're going to beat some teams that people didn't think we should beat. But I'm just disappointed in the level of the IQ level that they have right now, man, and the shit that they should know that I feel like they should know. It's just bad, man. It's bad. I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed. When these kids get in middle school and they don't know, I'm coaching middle school as well. So I see it. I'm looking at some 10-year-olds. In 2 years, they're going to be in middle school. And if they didn't get with a coach Booker that knows at least the basic fundamentals and understands what kind of culture that they should come from and the mentality they should have, they ass will get cut off their middle school team, bro. They'll get freaking cut off the middle school team. I'm going to bring Day wants to Come in for a quick second. Yeah, they'll get cut, man. And these guys are riding these kids up from 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What the hell are you doing, man? I ain't gonna get back on that rant because that shit pissed me off, bro. I'm gonna let that shit piss me off. Like, these kids don't know shit, man. I'm gonna bring Data in real quick. Hold up. It's crazy.
That boy over there on that typewriter.
No, I got it to my.
That boy over there hand picking on that typewriter. Bro, can you believe that we actually used to use typewriters to type papers?
I know it. Yeah, I know it. It's crazy.
Do you know how focused you had to be on a typewriter to not mess up?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
But yeah, man, Tony, man, you can come. Come watch some of the top guys, because these other guys, man,
But y'all not playing spring right now, are you?
Yeah, we in the spring. We got a game Saturday.
Football, like tackle?
Yeah, I don't usually do spring, but this group of kids that I have to see what they can do, bro. I gotta see them compete against somebody. I gotta see them compete. They've done well in 7-on-7, but I need to see these kids compete to see if I'm even wasting my damn time. But I'm not wasting my time with this.
So
they're how much good. Is they're good?
What is the registration for a football player now?
I don't know, man. I don't get into that part, but it looks like guys are charging somewhere between, I don't know, man, 175 to I heard somebody say $75 if you got your own equipment.
Okay.
$75.
So do they come with that? Do they come with their own equipment like the pandemic period?
I guess so, man. And I'm upset about that shit too. I'm disappointed about these guys is bringing their own helmets, and all of them son of guns got different colors, different color helmets on, and they have no standard. They have no. I don't get this, man. This new football shit.
I can't do it.
Hey, this new football shit where all these kids have different helmets and different types of helmets and different sizes and colors.
I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Man, it made me cringe. I can't do it.
I'm 100%. I'm 100% disappointed in the way, because if you get 175, I used to collect all my registration fees for my kids, and every last one of them is gonna have the same color helmet.
Here's the thing, kid.
Helmet.
Football is football, right?
Yeah, forget that shit.
So the helmet don't matter. But I'm gonna tell you something, man.
Bullshit.
When we had a 12U team and they walked in that locker room at West Charlotte with those black uniforms and came out in that white, game was over with, bro. We had already won the game. It was over with. It was over with.
Oh my goodness.
It was over with.
Hey, I strategically used to come out while the other team was at the scale.
Yeah.
Because I wanted them to
over with. It's over with. So they got brand new white jerseys with their names on the back. It's over with. Everybody uniform. Everybody got a decal. It's over with. We don't want to play them.
And the helmet and all the helmets the same.
Yeah.
I know football is football and the helmet ain't the helmet, but God darn it, I take pride in that shit, bro.
Well, here's the thing about it. It don't hurt to find a paint guy and have him paint 20 helmets at the beginning of the season.
I ain't never done it, bro. The last football team I coached in 2023, every single one of them helmets was the same color, bro. I ain't understand these kids, these coaches. Every last one of them before that, every last one of them, because you know what I did? I went and found me a paint guy and made sure before we start playing football, I don't give a damn. We got to come to practice with no helmets on for a while. We're going to get these helmets the same color. We're not going out here looking like no bunch of misfits, bro. Because to me, then I question, where is the damn money going? Why are y'all charging parents? If your team looks like this, but you took registration fees from them, man, I ain't even gonna get into that part. Something ain't right.
But I'm gonna tell you, on the other side of that is, I've always seen their parents out here, they want their son to have a white helmet on. It's different than everybody else, which is the weirdest thing in the world to me.
Right. Well, you can't play. You can no man. I have some parents like that. Guess what? I said, well, I'm sorry. Okay, you can keep his helmet white, but we got a black helmet for him. You can keep it. Yeah, you can come to practice and watch him in his white helmet. But when we go to a game, he gonna wear this black. Yeah, because they told us we can't paint it black. Okay, I ain't got to paint it black, but I've got a black helmet for him.
Yo,
There you go.
what up,
There
brother?
you go. Day.
What up, Tom?
They say you be doing too much.
You do, man. You do,
Hey.
man.
Hey, if he don't do it, who gonna do it?
He stretch himself thin, man.
Hey, look, it's hard being the boss, man. Hey,
Yeah,
look,
man.
I gotta work for myself and my people, man. They expect it,
Yeah, no doubt.
But hey,
No
look,
doubt, man.
I wanted to conversate a little bit about like youth football. You said something that intrigued me about the coaching, the level of coaching now and the youth level. I feel like it's a couple different variations of coaches now. You got the internet coach.
Okay.
You got the sideline coach. You got the guys that's really studying. You know what I'm saying? And you really ain't got the studying coaches no more. Like how I feel like when I came in the game, watching you guys with BFEK, Tony, watching you with the Tigers, just coming to the game, it wasn't really no internet like that. It was, but it wasn't like how it is now, as impactful as it is now. So you had to really, really know your shit or like really study game to game. Now it's like dudes is playing the game on Facebook without even studying. Like you'll have a dude team out and ain't even did no math on the team. Like a team will come out and spread. You have a man come out in a 5-3 with a rover, no safety, and a team got him in 4 wide. You know what I'm saying? You be like, damn, did this man study this team that they like to pass 90% of the time? You come out with 5 down linemen and you blitzing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm using this as an example. I feel like the coaches, more what I'm saying is now is that the coaches now are more playing football on Facebook or Instagram than they are at practice or scheming or looking up and dialing into what they got to do as a coach to get the kids better. I think social media has affected youth football as a whole. That's
I think the opposite kind of. I think there's more resources right now to learn the game than way more than what it was on the internet. They might not be using their resources, but
no,
I think
I'm saying is that the resources is there. I feel like they always been there. I'm talking about far as like, okay, the Ducks playing against. I'll just use it for instance. Say the Ducks playing against the Giants. You got the coaches on there. Not just use that for example. You had these coaches going on there back and forth, but neither one of them neither one of them studying each other for real. Neither one of them preparing the kids for that game for real.
okay. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying now? They on.
I feel you that it's almost like
they in a group.
What I'm getting is like they coaching is based off their pride, not the intel, not what I know about the team, not what I know about you as a coach. It's just that I feel like I'm a bigger and better man than you, so we're gonna beat y'all ass.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's exactly how I feel.
And that don't work.
No, it ain't gonna.
That don't work when you down by 2 in the fourth quarter. Because what's gonna happen then? You just gonna tap out and fall out with the ref and start a fight.
Right. I feel. Yeah, you said it. You said it 1,000%. That's how it is. I feel like nobody's really. Man, it's just different, man. It's just the era is different. Then that's why a lot of the fights start because this. Say I call you out on Facebook or whatever it is, and then I don't put out what I was acting like I was gonna put out. You ever notice that them be the coaches that usually fall out and be wanting to fight at the end? Because they didn't stand up to what they said they was gonna do, or the kids didn't produce because the coach was so much worried about Facebook.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. Them be the coaches that usually be the ones fighting at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Because they didn't do what they said they would do based off of, the internet. The internet. Everybody worried about what somebody else think about them or their team. Man, ain't nobody really dialing in no more, bro.
Right. And funny you say that, Dede, because I remember when I was out there with you guys at regional, it was a coach that had won the game that was talking the shit, trying to get in the fight. And I'm like, dude, you won. He talking about, don't be talking to me. You don't. I'm like, first off, dude, this ain't gonna go that way. But I'm just, bro, you won and you got your kids, get them to safety. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we doing? But it's like you say, I take more pride in being able to say I'm outdoing you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like with me coaching Day, and I know you feel this same way because we're similar in age.
No doubt.
My joy is walking across that field, shaking your hand and looking at you and keep it going. Because you know I got you. Now, in the I got you, I better be up on my game like you talking about, because next time I know you coming for me.
Right.
But it ain't a whole I'm willing to fall out with you and go to war. I appreciate the competition.
Exactly. That's what honestly, that's what brought me into wanting to coach so much when I got here, is that the competitiveness, seeing the teams competing and the fun, the joy of being at the field all day and that kind of stuff. That's kind of where that's where I had gained my love of it from. But I honestly, to be real, the passion ain't the same no more, man.
Right.
I don't get that same feeling at the field no more, because I be worried about if this person loses, he gonna be mad at this person. Do we gotta have extra security this week because this such and such playing against this such and such? This person on Facebook, so this person might feel away when they see each other. Like this person, people don't know how to talk to each other either. So this person, a different person. So now we at the field, you gotta worry about this person gonna be feeling like, it's just odd. Man, like I said, when I came in, I was with the Titans with Mac. Shit, hell, I used to love coming. I used to come to the field. They ain't have a kid playing. Like when I first moved here, I was coming out to the fields just because I enjoy football down here. I ain't have a kid playing or nothing. I was just coming out just enjoying the games.
But you knew that those guys like Mac came out there to coach,
right?
More than they came out there to be seen. They
came to
coach.
Yeah.
Mac came to coach. We played the Titans. You better come with it.
Right.
You better. That's what it was, and it's just like you said. It's almost like, man, it's just I'm out here to be seen more than I'm out here to coach the football game.
Nah, man, it's crazy because I remember the other week, and this was just 7. We just talking about just 7-on-7 because I was out there at 7-on-7, and my game was over hours ago. I stood out. I sat in the end zone and sat down in the end zone against the goalpost because I just wanted to see and hear and watch these guys, see if they're really coaching. Man, it's bad, man. I'm just so disappointed, man. It's just like a bunch of guys playing backyard football. They teaching them, and hey, I'm open. They ain't teaching them nothing other than, and they load it back up and just keep doing the same thing, bro. And I'm just like,
what's funny about you saying that, Keith? I watched you coach. I watched Ant coach. I watched Day coach. I watched Wise coach. I watched those PMT coaches, like those coaches from Winston-Salem where my nephew play, man. And for me as a coach, what makes me feel good is when it's situational and you made the call I would have called. And I'm like, you know what I mean? Yeah. But ain't nothing worse than when it's situational and you like, what the hell was that?
Hey, what was that? Hey, Day, what's the difference between why Mike winning, why Ant winning, why Wise them just keep winning?
The reason why they winning, I can tell you, I don't know, I can speak on the outside looking in. I'm gonna break it down each one of them. First I start with Ant because I'm the closest with Ant. Ant win because it's two things. One thing about, if you can't take nothing from Ant gonna learn the kid's personality first.
Yeah.
So Ant know how to. He has the ability to he's a people person, so he has the tap in with a kid and get the best out of him without a parent family getting upset about the way that he coaching their kids. So Ant has that ability to dig into people's soul and get the best out of kids. And I feel like, and that's where his passion comes into the game. And he also studies. A lot of people don't know that Ant do.
No, he studied.
Phone calls, text messages at night. It'd be morning. We go to breakfast almost every morning. We go to breakfast here, break down something for me. He ask me questions, so I know for a fact Ant studies the game, and he also studied coaches. He even told me today, we was at breakfast. He was like, I was asking him why he had a certain player in a certain position. And he was like, bro, I went back and watched all the film from every one of the kid touchdowns. He was 90% got positive yards when he ran to the right.
Right.
Normal not doing that.
Yeah, they ain't doing that.
Normal coach not doing that. And that's one of his players, not nobody else's. That's one of his. Because I kept asking him, why was he running that kid in that specific way? He was like, now, when I put him on the left side, he usually get negative yards. He said, so I'm not sure why it's like that. But for me, I'm going to work towards his strength. And it's going to the right now today. Maybe it might be going to his left a year or two from now. But his strength right now is running to the right. But that's so I just say all that to say that the breakdown of Ant is, I think that Ant has the ability to tap in with kids and he studies the game. As far as Wise, because I am, Wise is in my program and I got to know him closer last year and then playing against him for years. Another thing with Wise is Wise and D-Rock also have that same kind of ability as Ant at getting into kids. They know how to, if they can't do nothing else, they're going to have the toughest kids.
Yeah.
They're going to have some tough kids come out of Rock Hill or wherever they coaching at. If you ain't nothing else, forget the scheme or anything, they kids going to be tougher 99% of the time than the people that's across from them. So if nothing, they going to build up some tough kids. And I think that in youth football sometimes, the tougher team usually wins. Finesse don't always win in youth. So sometimes when the tougher team, they usually end up being able to beat you, even if they just doing downhill run our offense. And I know you're not going to score on me on defense. So I think Wise and D-Rock has the ability to get the toughness out of kids and don't make kids not afraid. So I think that
you say Finesse don't win.
No, I'm not saying Mike? I'm not saying it don't win. I'm just saying
you don't always win.
You don't.
Always win.
From if you just look at the top teams across the country, like a Voodoo or just a team Lambeau, they wasn't doing no. It was they get in front of you and beat your ass going straight this way.
Downhill.
They're not like they doing no extravagant shit or nothing like that. They're not running no finesse offense. They're not running no West Coast spread. They're not doing none of that. They just getting in the I formation or a wing tee and they running right at you. And they're gonna beat your ass too.
Straight like that.
You know one attribute that I say about those guys that you named, and we're talking, top 5 and just guys that we enjoy coaching. One thing I'll say about them that they have in common is that I've seen those guys lose.
Yep.
It ain't often, but in losing, they still the same coach.
Yep.
They still the same people. Like you can see that the passion is still there when they lose, that they mind turning like, damn, I got to figure this out. As opposed to I'm ready to quit and go to another organization.
Right.
I'm going to throw the water bottles in the stands. I'm going to cuss out the referee. I'm going to fight one of the parents. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I got to go to the next level and I got to get better. And I've seen all those guys lose. I ain't seen them lose a lot. But I've seen them lose and see what the character is. And I've always said that as a coach for me, I want you to be able to look at me and not tell what the score is when I'm on the sideline. You shouldn't be able to tell whether I'm winning or losing because that same level should be there. And that's how I coach my quarterbacks. I shouldn't be able to tell if you just threw a touchdown or not. It should be the same thing. Whether you throw a pick or a touchdown, the focus should still be there. And I know watching Ant, when he lose, and he take it and he move on. You know what I mean? And I've seen that Wise them the same way. Like when they lose, they like, damn, we got to get back to it. So I think that's something that if we talking about younger coaches that, want to actually get to those levels, that's something that they got to be mindful of. Like,
I want to know why this guy from McCaffrey went.
Let me tell you why he went in. It ain't no shot at Mike or anything, because I think Mike is a hell of a coach. I think he's the new era coach. I feel like Mike learned the game and studies the game more than anybody else does at his age.
Yes.
So
I believe that.
Pays attention to the game. You ever know, like, I watch everything, man. I watch my surroundings. I watch how everybody move. I deal with people. I'm a people person as well. If Mike got an opponent he's playing, Mike is paying his $10 at the gate. or $12 or 15 or 20 at the gate. He's gonna come out, get in the stands, and record that team, or watch it with his eyes and pay attention to it and study it. So a lot of times, a lot of guys not taking the time out their day to come do that. Shit, they playing over there. They don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. But he gonna come out, come study the team he playing, watch them, dissect them. And obviously, I've never seen his practice, but I'm pretty sure he might run a mimic practice to who he's gonna play. And the same thing I think national, because the team that beat him last year in regionals, he beat the hell out of them in Florida. So obviously, he must have went back and dissected that team, broke it down, and also. I'm gonna give you the one even bigger than that. Mike is a master recruiter. And he not on Facebook or nothing. So parents trust him. He ain't in the limelight. He ain't on Facebook. Win, lose, or draw. He not negative. He not boasting about his team. If somebody boasting about the team, it'd be somebody else. Wow. It'd be somebody else. It'd be somebody else doing it, not more or less him. So parents, you got some parents that like the rowdy stuff, and you got a lot more parents that don't like it. So whether Mike winning, you never really hear Mike saying too much or nothing. He just kicking ass and just staying quiet for real.
Yeah, my kid can't play rowdy ball. I don't want to do it.
Yeah,
I like Mike's style though. He has this no nonsense approach. I mean, and he got kind of an old school approach, man. I done seen him get on his kids, bro. For the smallest, he's very meticulous and he's very detailed. I mean, on the smallest of detail. I sit and watch and listen to him coach, man. I kind of like his style. I like his style.
Every year, I feel like Mike go and get the piece he felt like wasn't there that he needed to win. Like the times that he did lose, and it wasn't a lot. But like the year before last, he lost in regionals to DMVU. I think about it. I felt like he won, but it was like a play in the back in the corner of the end zone where the kid kind of stuck the ball out and they knocked him from scoring or whatever. It was in DMV, so you know how that went. When Mike ended up losing, but the next year he go get the kid Nasir from the Alpha Dogs, probably pound the best player in the country, you know. But he put him over the top this year. I don't talk to Mike, so I really don't know what he's doing. But I hear that he's going YNC. He got my best player from my team over there with him. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna go YNC, you gotta go get those caliber of players to add to what you already got, because that's the only way that you're gonna keep being able to elevate. Now he's not going and recruiting this. That's another thing too, is people don't understand this too. People just be online just recruiting whatever. And when I had SR and even before I was even with Ant, I had Delta, we was winning that at a point. I never would recruit too much of the same player that I already had. So I will get that piece that might be missing to the puzzle, because sometimes you can over recruit. So I think that Mike is very strategic on who he goes to get to what he already got. And I'm talking about the parent and the coach. I mean, parent and the players, parent and the player. Like, go to get the kid. He's strategically picking the players and pieces that he need to add to what he's doing. I don't think he's gonna go get another. He already got a quarterback. He ain't gonna go get another quarterback. You know, he got a great running back. He's gonna go get another great running back. That's just, like I said, I'm on the outside looking in with Mike, but this is the things that I have noticed. He's very strategic, man, and he takes his time and he pays attention, man. And yeah, I think he's another guy that studies the game.
Yeah.
I think Mike.
You say what?
I think Mike could be a good high school coach.
I don't know. I mean, he might be. I don't know. He studies the game, like you said. I can tell.
Other thing is too, I think more youth guys should be in. But we had that talk before, Booker. I feel like more youth guys should be either in middle school or high school coaching. Not saying that all of the youth guys, but it's something that I feel like can help some programs. Whether it's head or just being on a coaching staff.
No, I think certainly if you have a desire to coach, 10U, 12U, or 13U football, you should be on the middle school team. I think all the 12 and 13U coaches should go to middle school, because at 12 your kids aren't at practice. At 13U your kids aren't at practice. They're at middle school football practice, bro. And at middle school football practice, you got 30 or 40 kids coming out of that locker room at 4:15, at 4:30 they on the field, and you got a full. If you really want to coach, and you serious about coaching that age group, you're going to get 30, 40 kids every freaking single day. Well, in youth football, you're going to get 8 or 9.
Yeah.
You're going to get 8 or 9.
Keith, it's almost like, I don't mean no harm, but I say we. It's not like I'm better. It's like we run from structure.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's almost make you feel like the people that coach didn't like going to school because they don't want to be near one. Being honest, like it's like, so I can't smoke before I go to practice, or I can't cuss, so I got to be on time and I got to be there every. It's like, yeah, but like they was saying, like this level is rewarding, especially when you can move with the kids you coach as 5-year-olds,
right,
and move with them, or at least allow them to be able to see you on that level. Like you still coaching, like it's rewarding. But for most people that I see, that I would say, yo, you probably should coach high school or middle school. They want me to go up to the school and do this, and you got to pass a background check, and it's like, damn, dog, like that's
Bro,
tough.
I got a question for you and Tony. I'm gonna speak for Charlotte. I don't want to speak for the whole state or the country. What do you think watered? Because I'm gonna go from I've been coaching now in Charlotte 12 years, so I'm gonna go from what do you think watered Charlotte football down now compared to when you guys both had your own organizations and doing it when it was competitive? What do you think watered football to where is that today compared to where it was? Let's just say 10 years.
Travel and recruiting. Travel. Because the travel was when you good enough, you go.
Right.
Now I'm gonna put a team together. We're gonna go to Georgia and just play. That's how I see it now. It's like you good, you win regionals or win states. Because the states was a huge thing. We didn't see a team outside of Charlotte until we went to states.
Correct.
Because the talent was so good here, you got to be able to beat the Beatties Ford Saints. You got to be able to beat G-Top before you even think about paying somebody somewhere else. Or you got to go back to the drawing board. Now we just gonna go to Atlanta and play Red Breed. You know what I'm saying? And then the recruiting side of it, I think, eliminated people the opportunity to develop kids, and like you said with Ant, because that is exactly what my skill set with kids was. I know how much I can get out of you and when to get out of you. If we in that huddle, I can look left and right in that huddle, and you can tell me who the best player is, and I know not to give him the ball right now because he don't want it. You get what I'm saying? So I think the recruiting took away the kids playing together as a unit, trusting and learning each other, and coaches the same way. So yeah, for me, it's the recruiting and it's the travel that killed.
Yeah, absolutely. and I can kind of tie into that a little bit. I think it's definitely that the neighborhood. Let's talk about my era when the neighborhood. You couldn't go outside the neighborhood and recruit all these kids from all these different places. Couldn't do that. Like the Giants would have, if the Giants was on, like I'm gonna say Beatties Ford. Beatties Ford, we started with no kids, 0. Okay, we started from, but Pop Warner gave us an area, and we took the area from Beatties Ford, the whole Beatties Ford corridor, all the way down to Mount Holly Huntersville Road, and we couldn't get kids beyond that. That was then G-Top would take over that area, and then everybody had their own geographical area, right? And all these kids played together. And I had 13 football teams for at least 8, 9, 10 years. 13 consistent every year, right? And I think now these kids right now can go everywhere. But I'm gonna tell you what really watered it down. I think that it was more competitive like that. Freedom Drive, PAL, Beatties Ford, Plaza Rams. I think football was way more structured and way more competitive back then than it is now. Now is who can build the super team to get out of Charlotte? Who can build the best team to possibly get out of Charlotte. And it's only one or two teams that can do it. That's good at doing it. I think so. But it's too many watered down programs that leaders are. There's too many watered down programs that the leaders are allowing these programs to form. If you're the president of the American Youth Football League, you should not let a team or organization come into your league with a bunch of kids from all over the place. Like, and when Pop Warner and AYF first started, they would ask you, where do you get your kids from? What area? All right. Do you have the ability to fund your program? What methods do you use for money, for equipment, for everything in your program? What's the funding like? Right now, it don't even freaking matter. Nobody asks that question. Nobody cares where you get your kids from. Everybody's fighting against each other, and really, so you got an organization over here where you got a pocket of really good athletes right here that should be at the Giants.
Right.
Those other group of kids should be at G-Top. They shouldn't be at freaking some of these, I ain't gonna call no names, but some of these organizations, man. But
you're right.
The reason why they can do it, but the reason why they can do it, and the reason why they're continuing to do it is because AYF lets you in AYF and play football with these watered down ass teams that you just put in the league that don't have the proper equipment, and United let you in United because they're so desperate for teams, so they just let you in with 13 or 12 kids on each team. Yeah, man, I got 13 on this team. I still ain't got but 9, but I'm gonna get, but they let that group, that organization in the league. If people stop letting these organizations build off of other organizations and then you accept them in the league, then they're going to be forced to bring them kids to the strongest neighboring organization. At 28269, 28262, they're going to find the strongest organization, and then now they got to take those kids to the Giants or to G-Top or to McCann. It's just too much, man. It's the leadership.
Let me pick it.
Allowing people to do that. That's the reason why it's watered down.
Let me piggyback off that. So the reason I asked that question, y'all both had some really, really great things, Booker. But I swear to you, my thing is this: I want to build, and it might be hard. It might be, I don't know. I want to get with every person that's over something. I'm only speaking for the Charlotte area. You got AYF, you got UYFL. I don't know how many conferences they got. You got AAU, you got Pop Warner, you got Jeff, whatever he does, his league he started or whatever. Get them all in the room. Let's create an alliance, right? Where with the Pop Warner way, if somebody wants to start up, and we all sign off, if anybody wants to start an organization starting in 2025, whatever, they have to come before this board to be able to be in any one of these leagues. Now, once we approve them, they can pick whatever league they want to come into. But you have to have a reason. I feel like only because it's becoming so bad, you need to have a reason for why are you starting an organization in 2025. Like, what is what's the why? Like, and also, let's see the documentation. Let's see your business certificate. Let's see your LLC. Let's see your insurance. Let's see your practice field. Let's see your contract for this. Bring all these documents with you when you come in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what hurt to me. The biggest thing that hurt youth football was that allowing at least when I came in, Buck, when I first was calling you, hey, I want to come in. I had 5 teams already ready to come in, all my paperwork right. Hell, I bought uniforms without even having the kids and equipment. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I came in the right way. I didn't shame nobody. I didn't, I was with the Titans, but the Titans organization that Matt was done with football. You know what I'm saying? He had a situation or whatever. He was done. He put his hands up. So I left with just my team. And then when people came to me, I was going to the schools. That's why I was telling somebody recently, like, I didn't recruit from Booker. I didn't have no Betty Ford kids. I didn't even go get. I'm from New York. I didn't have to even know how to go get no kids from you. I was going into the schools, putting my flyer in the report card. Right. Like that's what I went to all the schools. I was at Paul Creek. I went to all the schools in that area and put my flyer in the kids' report cards. And I just had an abundance of kids that never played before. So it was like my one team and then starting from scratch. But I was trying to tell somebody recently, like any team that's starting now is I'm gonna go get 5 kids from Day Day. I'm gonna go get 8 kids from G-Top. I'm gonna go get a head coach from Northside. I'm gonna go get so organizations now are like, what's the next best thing popping? I'm gonna take a bunch of people from all different places and put them in another organization. What you think this organization gonna look like?
Yeah.
But hey, listen, back in the day, you couldn't do that. Yeah. Back in the day, Pop Warner, they wouldn't let you do that shit. Well, you couldn't even come in the league like that.
Keith, they wouldn't let us do it with AYF. When we came in from the Tigers, they told us no. And like you said, Day, you got to have somebody strong enough and willing to say no.
Right.
Yeah.
They looked at our paperwork. They said, we want to see the articles on corporation. Yes.
Right.
I redrafted the articles myself. They told us, we don't know how we feel about so-and-so being a president. Tell us about them. What they do for a living. What's this? What's that? And I'm going to tell you something. At that time, man, I felt like that was the biggest BS ever. But once we got our stuff together, it made sense.
Yeah.
That's why we were strong. We had to shift coaches around to get coaches who was really in tune and intact. And once we did that, all our teams took off and were in the championships. And what happened is, for the people who weren't really that structured, they had to become structured to fit in.
Yep.
So it goes back to what you're saying. It's not so much of they're building organizations, they're building teams to travel.
Yep.
I don't even really care about the teams. I just care about my team because guess what? I ain't got to play no organization or I ain't got to play no league play. I'm just going to get me a travel team together. We go play the battle tournament and that's the end of it.
And the shit's not working. And you know what? It ain't working. To me, overall, if you look from a statistical standpoint at the win-loss, it's not. We're not really good at it. We're not really good at what we're doing. To me, I don't think so. You building this team to go win a national championship, but we're not really bringing back a bunch of national championships. We're not. It's not happening. I think we're bringing back some. I guess. I asked the question. Who's the last?
A lot of people don't understand is this too, Booker. When you get out of North Carolina, you got a coach. Like you got man, you got some guys that's out there coaching, bro. Like I learned that through the first group I had that. Yeah, I might be the baddest motherfucker around here, but when you get on that road and you get at nationals, and like I tried the YNC thing twice, bro, it ain't for me because in order to win, I always tell people this when they ask me about YNC, and I say if a team be like they feel like they're ready, and I just be like, when I looked across the field and me and Ant was playing against the Lake Vikings out of Fort Lauderdale, bro, when I looked across to them guys, man, they had like 10 coaches. They all dressed alike. When they called the time, each group of whatever was on went to their respective coach, and then they brought together afterwards. When the coach was coaching on the sideline, you didn't see no commotion or friction. Each group was talking to their set team. Offensive line was talking offensive line. Running back coach talking running back. Wide receiver talking the head coach was calling a play. Whatever he was doing, they were waiting for him to call whatever he called. And they were talking to their set group, and nobody was having no head bust or nothing. And they all looked alike. That means that they had on shirts, slacks, whatever they had on. Then it was just me and Ant.
Yeah.
So not only are the kids having to compete against other kids, shit, hell, me and him battling against a 10-man coaching staff. You know what I'm saying? So I just say all that to say that the culture is changing, man, and I'm talking for Charlotte as a whole. And until we get back to more of that, and we start dumbing down these. Like I said, I'm not no knock to no program because they all volunteers. Everybody trying to do their thing, and I ain't knocking nobody, but I feel like we gotta build some type of structure. If you there already, cool, but going forward, the leaders gotta step up, man.
Well, you know what I think that it's gonna take a co-op like you're speaking about, right? Where there's opportunity for share in profit, because anything that you do, being a mindful business savvy guy like you are, people are always gonna look at how much money being made.
Yeah.
So it's automatically gonna separate people from the idea.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So that's why
it gotta be some profit sharing.
It gotta be a co-op with profit share, where even to the point where we got a deal on equipment, we got a deal on uniforms. Everything we do, like Pop Warner, everything is uniform. So ain't no point for you to go play with so and so them because they got better helmets and better jerseys. Everybody got the same jersey. Speaking about like how Booker said it was, if you do it neighborhood wise, it makes it convenient for the kids and the parents. Because I ain't got to drive across town to be on a good team. I got a good team up the street at the middle school. You know what I'm saying? So I can go pick my kid up from middle school practice and take my younger kid to middle school. But a lot of that come from, I think the only way to solve that day is funding. You got to find somebody to fund the whole thing.
What if we
whether that is through fundraising, like to fund the whole thing?
What if what if they stayed in their respective leagues and everybody stayed the league heads, but we get them all in the room and all commit and sign to not let nobody in without coming in front of this group of people, and then all and people that's not affiliated too, because you gotta have mixture in the room. Like it can't be like, this person, me. It got to be mixture, like yourself and other guys too, to mix it up, because sometimes guys, and no names or anybody, but sometimes people are cliquey. So if I'm all right with this person and we'd be like, all right, shit, well, man, we should let Booker have his own team because that's my guy. But you got to have somebody else in there to mix it up. But I feel
I think the way you do that though is you got to have a board of directors, and then you got to have an associate board, right? And the board of directors is guys that have no association with any organization. They're not connected to an organization, right? And then you can have the prospective leaders from organizations. They can be the associate board, right? So you got two different boards, but everybody has to come before this large board, the associate board and the board of directors. The board of directors makes the final decision as to whether you're going to let these guys in the league.
That's only to say if you should even have an organization, because then I feel like once you do that, that'll stop the one team organization, the two team organizations, or hey, I'm about to just make a flyer and say I'm the fucking Brooklyn Devils today, and everybody on Facebook is sharing it with everybody saying the Brooklyn Devils starting up now. This person don't got the paperwork. I feel like I feel like that's a start too. I know it might be far fetched, but I feel like, and I'll be talking about this.
No, it ain't far fetched.
No, it's not far fetched. The problem is the parents and the coaches just in the demographic of Charlotte altogether. This is from my opinion. They're not gonna buy into the structure.
Right.
For some reason, they don't want it. It's too much work.
So that organization is independent. So
because I want to, for the parents, I want to go to the game, my son game, and I want to do what I want to do.
Right.
And the coaches, I want to go coach my team and do what I want to do. I want to walk on the field if I want to. I want to go call a play for my son. I want to be on the sideline. I don't need no damn badge. Y'all don't tell me what to do. And that's just kind of, that's kind of what I see.
Yeah, man. The structure when I came here, man, we were playing against. I don't even like the way we're segregated from Weddington, South Park, Harrisburg, the Odell Eagles, all the white teams. With I get it. We are who we are, but I played against all those teams. They're all right now. But right now, because of the current structure that we have in the AYF, them guys look at us like we don't want to play in that league. Some of them want to play, but they hear about the structure.
They won't even cross.
They don't want to cross play because they feel like they feel like all we're doing in our neighborhood and our league, it ain't neighborhood, is building all-star teams. We're recruiting from everywhere. They not doing that. They still building Odell Eagles get kids from the Odell Eagles area. South Park get kids from the South Park area. Weddington, they still doing it the way Pop want to do it, but they still, maybe they can't cross over and beat a AYF team. Why? Because AYF is getting kids from here, here. You're trying to get the best kids. So yeah, it is hard to compete against teams like that. But
let me ask you this, Day, and I'm not talking about nobody because I don't know nobody.
Right.
Are there people within your organization that you're willing to cut to get to where you need to be?
It depends. And I'm gonna give you a scenario. So last year, Bug went and won a city, won a state, probably had one of the top 6 U's, D1 and AYF. He went down to Nationals. What book he finished? 4th or 3rd, whichever one.
It don't matter. He one of the top teams in the country.
Right, one of the top teams in the country, pound for pound. He only got, both games. He team scored 6 points, whatever it was. He finished top age group. Been around for a long time. One of my good friends, been with me since day one, on and off the field. He had a lot of younger dads with him that didn't see football the way he seen it. Not saying nobody was right or wrong, or I don't get into the politics of it, but it was a point where I had to make a decision. They wanted to make a second team at 7U and pretty much take the kids that was on Bug team and make a 7U team with it. I didn't do it. I lost a lot of good kids that probably game changer for another organization. But here to your question is, that was right there a decision I could have made to how bad do I want to have a good team? To Bug been with me since day one, whether he lose, win, that's my dog. So I had to make a personal and business decision with that. Yeah. And the decision was made to just do the one team. Y'all want to stay? Bug the head coach at 7U.
Okay.
That's it.
And y'all got to find somewhere else to play football at.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, you got to keep him.
Yeah, hell, that's what
bro. I coached you football for a while.
Mm-hmm.
One of the very few people, and it's crazy you saying this, I thought about this the other day. Mm-hmm. One of the very few people that I felt like gave me the respect as a coach was him. Period.
Yep. But
every time I see him, like he'll call, he'll ask you to come coach, come help him, or can you do this for me? Like, he one of the few. So that's why.
Oh no.
And the reason why I asked that, because I've seen situations where it could be a good situation if it wasn't for the homeboy,
right?
Or the homeboys,
yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And that's really what's bringing down the whole situation. Because like and I've been in that situation myself where I wanted to be here, but they want to do this,
right?
And then my homeboys, I can't tell them y'all can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But it's making everything look bad. So I think, just us being us sometimes is what's going take away from what a beautiful or brilliant idea you got to actually build a co-op.
No, really, I think the idea is good. But they got to walk in the room and they got to see guys like Tony, like somebody who's not connected to any organization. Myself, I ain't connected to no organization. They got to see a board of people that's not connected to these organizations, and they standing on business. This is but these people are guys that's done sat down and talked to you, right?
Right.
And talk to guys like Mo, and talk to guys like whoever's in the United, whatever, who's doing that, whatever. And it got to be those guys making the decision, so it won't be personal against you, won't be personal with Mo. It's got, you know what I mean? It's got to be guys that really have no dog in the fight. They don't have kids. They ain't structured with they ain't with no organization, running an organization. And this is going to be the new structure in Charlotte. And they got to be able to say no. They got to be able to say,
crazy about that
you can't bring that team in. You don't even have enough money. You don't have the money to buy safe equipment. You don't have a plan put together for uniforms. Have you made the uniform order? Do you even know where you're getting your kids from? Where you getting your kids from?
But here's the thing with that though, Keith. You could say, and I would always volunteer myself. I ain't never told nobody no to nothing when it comes to the kids. You got guys like yourself, me, Mo. We'll do the shit for free.
Right.
But the important
I don't have to
thing
get paid
is
for shit.
the important thing is to plan day so you have the structure in place. So for instance, when an organization comes to you and you say, okay, you're not checking the boxes here. This is the information, and this is what you can do to check the boxes. Right. So whether it be via a conference, whether it be a workshop, let me put you in touch with some people that can help you raise the money. Or this is how we did it. Now, so if we're gonna do this for the spring, comes in the fall, hopefully you got this shit together and you in. You get what I'm saying?
Or you have to take those kids to the next neighboring organization that's strong. This organization got structure over here. If you want to get in our league, you got to join. You got to merge with this group, learn how to do it, learn how to become strong, or you're gonna have to go play independently, or you're gonna have to go find Darryl Smith and go play over there at Northridge some damn way.
It's some kind of superpower, Keith, which
you're not strong enough.
There's some kind of superpower in having the words owner or president on the back of your shirt for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a whole different. That's a whole different.
So, but because of that, that's why there ain't nobody finna take my kids to go play. They just and they know the same way me and Keith know. If you good at what you do and your kids good, and you got somebody else just as good as you, that got kids as good as yours, let's put this together.
Right.
Who else built like you right now? Who else built like your organization?
Nobody.
Okay, thank you. Stop right there. There's no way when Bailey's Ford was running, EK was up, running strong. G-Top was still strong. Motherfucking Freedom Drive was strong. Motherfucking Plaza Rams was strong. Motherfucking, we had at least, and then not to mention, we were still playing against Harrisburg Cowboys was strong. Motherfucker, it was a whole bunch of strong ass organizations that was built just like you. Mm-hmm. They were just as strong as you are, and now, where are they? Where is it? Why? Because we building all these small ass watered down organizations all over the city.
About the west side of Charlotte. You just talking about the west side. I'm talking about independent football. Not speaking on Pop Warner, because we put them in their own category. We just talking about independent football with presidents.
Okay.
Independent, bro. It's at least like 10. Shit, hell, me and Mo both practice at Nevins Park.
At the same field.
I practice at the top. Not saying nothing against it, because we in our own lane, and I don't compete against them more like that. As far as recruiting each other kids and stuff like that, is a mutual understanding. Both got our doors open, but we're not recruiting against each other, so it's okay. I'm not afraid of Mo being at the same place as me on a Monday or Wednesday, and vice versa.
Exactly.
Obviously, if he's still practicing there, he's not afraid of me. So, to go back to what you were saying, Tony, is a lot of, with my organization, a lot of people don't get it. Is from the outside looking in, some people look at it like, man, it's wild, wild west over there. Until they get in it, they be like, God damn, this shit structured as hell. I got to pay my money. I got practice on this day and this day. They got this. People don't know that until they get in.
I tell you this, Day. I think I know your organization structured like that.
No doubt.
I think your organization loses structure on the field. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Because it's too structured.
I feel like I
lose that on the field.
I feel like the new era, and I think that for me, that's why I say I think my love changed over the course of the last couple of years, because it's a new era. It's just like the rap game and any of the games that we could be in. It's a young man's game, man.
Yeah.
It's a young man's game, and I feel like as I'm getting older, I'm trying to evolve and still stay afloat, but this become the game changing on us. And if you don't change with the game, you end up getting behind. And I have been able to so far keep up with the game, but this is really becoming a young man's internet game. Yeah. The game of youth football is not played on the field at first no more. Or Tony, I want to kick your ass, but on the field. But afterwards, we got to go and maybe take 2 or 3 shots together and talk about the game.
Yeah.
No more. It's like, because I beat you in a youth football game, man, you was ops. Or I don't like people don't even know me, bro. I'm talking about literally some people don't even know me at all outside of seeing me picking up trash at the field or walking the sidelines or something like that, because I'm one of the guys on the front line. I don't ask nobody to do nothing for me or nothing like that. You see me, I'm at the field doing the stuff that nobody like to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't have an issue with doing it, but like I said, the guys nowadays, like, oh, I don't like him because he wear hats all the time, or he won a football game, or not even trying to figure it out. Like back in the days when I came in, when y'all was doing it, like shit, I looked up to guys. Like I never, and I also tell people all the time too, is like, even with like the things that I do far as OTB and different shit like that, I never step on toes, meaning that I always call somebody, yo, what date you doing your event? Even across the country. Yo, what days you doing your event? Because I don't want to mess mine with yours. Even local people, what day you doing your 7-on-7 thing? Because I want to be able to support you, and I want to be able to, because I know that my organization is strong enough to where if we come, we can gain you other teams as well, because everybody want to play against us. So a lot of stuff I do, I came in that era where I wasn't coming in like, oh, I'm about to just do it my way and forget whoever doing it right now. I'm gonna go against them. No, okay, y'all doing it like that. I bet I'll come in your league, Mo, and be up under you. I'll get in the pastor sheet. Hell, I'll get in the back. Jermaine from the Norseman, I went to AAU my first year. He was the president. Hell, I just learned from him. When I first came in the game, even coaching, a lot of this shit I learned to today, I learned from Mac. So like I said, I looked up the Booker when he had the Betty Ford saying, I said, how the hell do a man got 3 of the same age group? Man, he got to be cheating. Man, ain't no goddamn way. But I'm just using that as an example. I kind of endured that. I looked at that and seen that. And even with the odd and even age groups, I changed the game when it came to that. Like, man, I'm in Atlanta, they doing the odd age groups unlimited weight. I'm not about to take my good team I just had an 8 and put them in no tighty might or nothing like that. I'm going 9, you unlimited. Everybody laughed at me. Man, ain't no way, man. I was saying, okay, well, I'm gonna show you. But nobody was doing it though. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was still doing the weighted ball. So all that to say is that the era of football now is different from when I came in the game, where I looked up to guys that was doing it and try to figure out what they were doing to get next to them instead of looking at ways to take them down or against them.
Right.
Today, I don't, if somebody doing an event on July the 21st and I've seen it and I know, I don't purposely put an event on the same exact day. I go an opposite day of them and then support their date, hoping that they'll support mine, in regards to what anybody else say or do.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what I can't stand about you, Day.
What's that?
You wear your damn shoes on the football field. Is you crazy? Like, why?
I don't know, man.
Why?
My girl said the same shit.
Why? Man, stop doing it. Please stop it. I can't take no more, man. I swear I can't. But yeah, man, you tell. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I remember being at JT, and when we was with the Tigers, and we decided to come up with an idea to steal an extra day of practice. And Bates Ford was actually practicing there.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, what the hell are they doing? Like, what? That was my motivation, bro.
Yeah.
They got like 14 teams out there. Everybody got practice jerseys on, fatigues. They in black, as intimidating as that was. Like, everything out there is just like, I'm like, bro, I got to get my kids to this level right here. I got to.
Right.
We got to get new uniforms. We got to put our names on the back of the uniform. We got to get the decals. Like, our stuff, yeah. I played PL. I ain't never seen nobody as strong as I seen Bates Ford. No.
Man,
yeah, but right now,
look, a lot of people. I want to give you flowers today. A lot of people get their flowers when they die, bro, or they ain't doing it, or something is wrong. I want it from me to you. You one of the first guys I seen doing it that probably changed my mindset on life and mindset on coaching the game. and seeing what you was doing with the kids in the magnitude you was doing it at. And a lot of people today don't know that, especially the younger guys. They see you at the field. They see you at the field moving around doing what you're doing. They just think you are another old school coach that really don't know shit. But I know, and some guys that do know, respects you, man. I want to give you flowers. You were definitely one of the guys that was pivotal in my life when it comes to this football thing, seeing what you was doing with the Betty Ford Saints. And some people, if they don't know history, which a lot of them don't, like I said, the young guys is just jumping out there, don't even really know nothing about nothing. I want to give you flowers, bro. I appreciate you doing whatever you did. Become the Betty Ford Saints and changing the era of football.
Hey, Dad, you know what's funny about you saying that?
What's that?
If Booker been coaching for 70 years, where the hell are these kids from? Because the coaches should be the kids that played for them.
Some of them are.
No, I'm saying, like, these new coaches must not be from the area. Is that a thing?
They didn't play. Tony,
okay, that's part of the problem too.
That, bro, is dads that didn't play a down of a sport probably, or definitely not football. That's my kid is an athlete because I'm tall or I'm big, so my kid coming out that size, so I'm about to get behind him. And
that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. That make a lot of sense.
Bro, do you try to sit down with these guys? Because back when I was, we were really strong, like you mentioned, base for BFPK, bro. We had clinics and they were required to spend a certain amount of hours at coaching clinics and shit, man. They ain't even doing that shit no more, bro.
Nah, the first clinic I went to, I cried about having to go. I talked so much shit and then got there and was happy that I went. Right. Jermaine from the Norseman, when we was with AAU, every year to coach in AAU, you got to go to the mandatory 8-hour clinic, bro. I'm like, man, I'm not going no High Point for no clinic all day. I'm about to find a way to get out of it. But when I got there, I remember, like I said, we just talking and we just venting and whatever. So I just, briefly, it was a Virginia coach that was every clinic they had, they bring a college coach in. So they brought a Virginia coach in, and he was saying a couple things he said that still to today resonate with me. He said, in coaching, if you're doing a drill or anything over, I believe he said 12 to 15 minutes, the kids loses focus. Mm-hmm. So if you're not keeping the practice changing and motivated within that time, the kids will lack focus. And so when I do my indies or whatever I do, even if I'm still doing indies, I try to switch it up so the kids don't come too repetitive where the kids just start doing something different or drifting off. That was one thing. Another thing he said, man, I only have 15 plays. Think about what I just said. He said he only got 15 plays at a college coach, but it all looked different.
Yep.
So being that the formation changed, but it's the same damn play. And that shit right there was pivotal in my coaching. But go back to the clinic thing. I learned those couple of things from going to the clinic and then seeing them break down different variants about practice. And hell, I didn't know what no indies was. What? Indie? What is that? Man, you can ask the coach right now today, what is that? Man, ask one of these young coaches what indies is.
They don't know, bro. These guys, what I've learned.
Ask a young coach to just get him in a room by himself and just say, hey, draw me up a practice. If you was going to practice today and you had all 25 of your kids or 30 of your kids, break down me your practice right now from the beginning to the end.
They don't know how.
Bro.
You know what they do? A lot of these coaches go straight to running plays, bro. They go straight to offense and defense. That's it.
Offense. Forget the defense.
They go straight to team. They go straight to team. They don't go no damn indies. They ain't doing none of that shit. They going straight to team. And I'll be like, man, this shit.
So, Book, I think that that's one of the things that maybe the higher ups. I'm not over no league right now, but I think the higher ups. Maybe that's something they should start back implementing, man. Maybe.
What the hell you mean you ain't over no league?
Yeah, I was confused when he said that.
I ain't know
who the hell is the higher up if you ain't the higher up.
I'm in AYF with Mo, man.
Oh, well, say Mo then.
Yeah, well, Mo, whenever next time I speak to you,
cut it out.
He said the higher ups. I thought he was talking about Jesus.
Nah, bro.
No, but I'm saying like far as being over, I'm not over AYF, but I know I got influence though, so I can talk to Mo and see if we could possibly bring that back because I liked it. I actually started liking the clinics, and a lot of the guys today need that. At least 8 hours of that clinic work, man, getting USA certified. Back.
But you can require the coaching. Maybe not even in the clinics at the Giants.
In my organization, yeah.
This is
you're right.
For your organization, you got to have a certain amount of hours studying the game, because that might ignite somebody. Like they might be like, oh, shit.
might be pivotal, bro. You're right.
Yeah, it could, and a lot of them do need to pivot. By the way, yeah.
Man, some people can't do board work. You put somebody in front of a board, man, it's over.
Oh no. You know what? A lot of coaches that I see, they can't make no adjustments during the course of a game. They just gonna force these 4 plays, and they can't audible. They don't know how to audible. If this shit ain't working, we just gonna be in a damn battle, a dog fight, because they don't know how to make adjustments, bro.
And you know what's crazy? What's crazy is, Booker, though? It is some really, really good young coaches, but like I said, everybody's so prideful now that everybody got to be good right away. And if you're not good right away, the development of the coach ain't going to get there because that coach either stop coaching, take yourself out of it, or it just it's no building process no more. Like,
man, it's crazy because
deal with the influences like you say on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Because I know we got coaches that coach with us that lose all the time and don't care.
Right.
Shit, fuck that. Hey, listen. Hey, Ant. That's why I named Ant. Ant could go down. Ant done went through there. Went through and won the national championship with some kids. He gone back down, got him some 8U kids or 7U, whatever age he was when he got them, and he's gonna run right past them damn coaches, the same fucking coaches that was there when he went up. He gonna go back down and get them. This shit ain't happening by accident. That motherfucker knows and understands the game way better. I'm telling, way better than all them coaches. Man, these coaches, man, I'm disappointed in what I see and hear sometimes. Bro, I am.
I got the 8. I got the 8. I got the 8U and got the 9U. Before we both age out, I can see a couple national championships between both groups. Man, we study. Yeah. We study, bro. Like we meet up in the morning for breakfast every morning and talk football. Like run things past each other, pick each other's brains. Shit, we scrimmage against each other in practice. You know what I'm saying? Bro, like
I'm telling you something. Even at my age, I do the same thing. You said you study. I done broke down. I done looked at every 9U team from the Icy Boys to the Real Deal, all of them right now. Because I got this 10U team. I want to see what all the 9U teams looked last year and where I am, where I stand right now with the athletes that I got in front of me right now. What am I gonna have to do to get them to playing on this level? Are these kids, are these coaches doing anything different? Because they always talk about the new coaches and them doing something different. The motherfuckers ain't doing nothing fucking different. Football is goddamn football. You know what I'm saying? Football is still the same. Ain't no different variations of offenses and defensive schemes that they're using. They probably got some kids that I'm recruited, some pieces that they got on these teams. But every day I watch 9U football just to see what 10U look like. Wise, I know what Wise does right now, his whole game. I watch Wise, and if he listening, I watch them because they the standard around here, to be honest, around 10U, except for that PMT or TMB, the team that beat them. The team that beat them in the States. I watched them. Wise shouldn't have lost the game, but that's just my opinion. But that coach studied Wise, and he figured out how to beat him. That's the reason why. That's the only reason he lost that team. I look at every last one of these 9U teams, bro, all of them right now, because they 10U now. And
Tony, would you ever
see nothing different?
Tony, would you ever come back to coaching youth?
Yeah, my son. My son.
I was going to say.
Oh, your son is 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Blake coming at some point, bro.
Hey, I'm so scared of the shit, man. Cause me and Keith, we coach the type shit. Stay in the damn car. Stay in the car. Go see your boyfriend. Go see your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Come back 2 hours. Like I'm and here's the thing, that I ain't no superhero, but I don't take shit out nobody. So who is you? Go, break it out my face before this get ugly. That's just
right.
That's how we were. That's how we were with each other. So it's like, they knew. So it's like, damn, do they? Like I say, the parents, like, man, our parents trusted us. Like, man. Our parents call us coach. We ain't coached your kids in 10 years. What you mean? Why you keep calling me coach? Call me by my name.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
I have no parent issues, bro. When I was coaching,
my parent issues. Like, scary. And I'm gonna tell you, I wouldn't want to coach my son though. If I did, like, whatever organization he was with, I coach another team,
another age group in the board.
Yeah, I don't want to coach him.
Yeah. You got to keep him close. That's all I know.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Because some of these coaches ain't gonna get it done.
It's just, man, the stuff when I come out there to support y'all, man, shit is so ratchet, bro. It's just, God, crazy. I just came out here.
Parent, if you lose a game now, you down there, your kids on the line.
Yeah.
If you lose a game, I'm talking about you can lose it by 1 point, called a hell of a game.
But see, that's why you said it. That's why I said it. You got to be willing to lose.
Yeah.
Like, if Ant give up his team and go because they age out or whatever and go back to 7-year-olds, he got to have it in his head that I'm willing to lose because I don't even know these kids yet. I don't know what his skill set is, and I got to build them up.
That's just like where I am right now. That's where I am right now.
It's going to take a year and a half or a fall and a spring to get that team where you want it to be.
Yeah, big facts.
It's going to take it. So, but like you said, they can't deal with the scrutiny of the internet for 1 year where a nigga saying, man, shut up, we bust y'all ass.
Yep.
I don't want to coach no more. I'd rather just not coach. Or I'm going to go join the best athletes so I can talk my shit again.
Yep. That's literally what be happening now. It's like, if you lose, oh, Lord, oh, man,